or North College. No, that shit backed up too.
Everything's fucked up.
Everything.
Yeah.
This is what happens when your city doesn't plan ahead.
We're not live yet.
Voices.
I know.
They tell me to touch myself, and I do it.
We're calling tonight's episode live from Area 69.
Yeah.
We got an echo. It's the speaker click.
Yes, it is now.
Fuck, god damn you, Mike.
Why does it uncheck itself?
Because we do it to make sure you're paying attention.
Oh.
It's because you touch yourself at night, Mike.
It's very true. He does touch himself at night. How you doing, Vance?
Doing well, man. How you doing?
Good to see you.
We're normal now.
Still rocking up in Cheyenne?
Yeah.
You living up there now?
Yeah. Fucking.
Fuck, I would. It's fucking cheaper.
Yeah, me and fucking Cody had a whole fucking thing go on where he decided that it's time to become a raging alcoholic in my life, and I'm like, no.
Sorry, I just got your message.
Oh, you're good.
I was driving.
Just making sure you were coming.
Yeah, I'm coming.
And not just breathing hard. There's beers in the fridge.
Oh no, I'm good. Can't drink on a weekday.
Yeah.
There's ham sandwich in the fridge.
An old one.
Yeah, it's a few weeks old, so it's extra good.
It'll be a fun episode. We got Doyle in the house. I'm burning shit.
Are you still over at the head shop? No? Haven't been there for a while?
About 2 weeks.
He's working the corner hard now.
Yeah.
More money in that.
Mm-hmm.
It is. There's demand for this ass.
Yeah, they pay extra. They pay by the pound, right?
I charge by the pound.
Ooh.
Hey, fuck you, Mike. Let me know when we're at 15 seconds.
Man, just made it.
Okay.
Oh shit, are we on?
Yes.
You went early.
No.
You prematured.
No, right.
Right now at 6.
Premature
You
ejaculator.
premature ejaculator. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Not Governed by Reason. Tonight we are live from Area 69.
It's the best place to be.
Yeah. We're gonna eat out some aliens. What's up with this?
I was gonna ask when you were gonna invade, start the invasion of Area 51.
Tonight. We are starting tonight.
Gotta do our recon.
Yes.
Well, you guys could do it. I'm gonna watch from the hillside as you guys get mowed down by the Air
blasted.
Force.
With our Nirwatu running.
So welcome to the Not Governed by Reason podcast. I am your host, one of your hosts, Doug Ware. And we were off last week because I was performing at the Colorado.
Yeah, you made it. You broke on through to the other side.
I broke on through to the other side, folks. I will be at the monthly finals this next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, July 28th. Come out to the Colorado Room. It's free. It is a fierce lineup this month of competition. It's going to be insane.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, come laugh. Joe Cella also this Saturday. I'll be performing. Come out, have some laughs. Fucking this guy.
Yeah, I'm Josh. My hair's growing wildly. Don't drink Miracle Grow. That's all I got to say about that.
Miracle Grow.
Yeah.
We got some bad lighting going on right now.
That's what she said.
So it doesn't grow, it just grows your hair. It doesn't
No,
grow
it does that too.
Okay.
Yeah, you should see my bush.
That
It's
would be
huge.
the main reason I would take it, is if I just got a little bit longer on the...
It's not a little. It actually looks the same. Yeah, it's the same length.
Freaking
It is.
off top.
Yeah.
Those voices you're hearing might be a little familiar. We haven't had those voices on in quite a while. It is Brian Vance and Kevin Weather the Weather Pollock. What up, host?
Word.
How goes it?
It goes. We go round and round and round.
Rat race all the time.
I like it. What would your rat race name be?
Lickety split.
Sounds like a name of a good lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my wife's name, but
Nice. The real sex doll?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
She's Swedish. What's up?
What's up?
What would yours be?
Oh, my rat race name? I don't know. You come up with one.
Weather the weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weather the weather.
Mhm.
Weather the weather. Ah, Jesse Wilson in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Say hi to Jesse. Well, fuck, we're glad to have you guys on. What's new in your lives?
Getting ready for hunting season. So go up and hopefully take out an antelope next month and elk and a deer next month after that.
Nice. You gonna share some of that meat?
If I drop some, absolutely.
Jerky?
Jerky?
Yeah, definitely. Got to make some jerky out of that antelope for sure.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
I heard a great joke from Cody Hunter last night
Okay.
that was, Grindr is a hunting app in Wyoming.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta have a hunting buddy. You gotta stay warm.
Yes, this is true. Well, fucking A, what should we ask them next? You ask a question now. Ask it now!
Oh, wait,
Okay.
before I forget, fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We're out of that. We're no more sports now. I had to get that out of my system.
What is he even talking about?
Yep.
Football doesn't exist right now. I don't understand. Okay, if you could Freaky Fridays, like body switch with any celebrity, who would it be? Mine's Tom Brady. Because, of course, because he's the best. What about you guys?
Celebrity, huh?
I'd feel bad for Ryan Reynolds because he'd have to switch with me.
Hey, he played Pikachu great. I bet he'd be Kevin Pollock amazingly.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Elizabeth.
What's up, Doyle?
Just so I can check myself out naked in the mirror every day.
But like Shannon Elizabeth, early 2000s?
Yeah,
Like American
like
Pie?
American Pie.
Yeah.
Maybe as far as when she did Demon Knight remake,
yeah.
but nothing past that.
I watched Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back today, so that hits me hard right here. I like that.
Well,
Did
you know what's
watch the new
crazy?
version?
No.
Speaking of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Kevin Smith,
Oh.
he just finished
The new
filming the new one, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot.
Yes.
And he started his own Twitter channel. And every morning he just gets up and gets freaking stoned as a motherfucker and just rambles on for like 2 hours. It's pretty awesome. But,
Pretty great.
But he said that like in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back there were 22 cameos.
Mm-hmm.
In Jay and Silent Bob Reboot there's 44.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It's like Zoolander 2.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
gonna
just
be
a
like-
movie
it's
of
just
cameos.
Are they
Yeah.
bringing back all the original chicks like Eliza Dushku?
I guess they said like everyone that they said they're bringing back everyone that's not dead. So you can't bring back like the cameo like Carrie Fisher did or George Carlin did.
What the
or-
fuck? Star Wars did it. Why
Yeah,
can't
what
he?
about
Yeah.
holograms, man?
I don't think Kevin Smith has the budget of Disney.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
It'd be a lot cooler if he did.
Jesse Wilson says Taylor Swift, then he'd hit on himself. Taylor
Would you
Swift
write a
looks like
song
a
about
fucking
breaking-
grasshopper to me.
like
Praying Mantis.
teeth.
Teeth?
Doesn't she have a little bit of the buck teeth going on?
She
Well,
does.
a little bit, but with her, it
Can't
just
stand
kind
her
of
fucking
it
music.
kind of highlights her a little bit more. I mean, as far as looks, man, Taylor Swift is everything. Just, I would be in serious trouble if she asked me what I thought of her as an artist. So,
Be like, well, you're pretty.
yeah, you got that going for you, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
The only thing I would actually argue in favor of Taylor Swift is that she does have the right to own her own like master copy. Did you hear about that story?
Yeah.
Oh, where fucking her shit got sold
Sold
to
to
fucking
Bieber's
Kanye.
like producer or
Big
whatever.
Machine.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, Kanye's producer.
and she's all pissed about that. See, I agree with her on that. Other than that, no.
Well,
Literally,
shit.
It just would suck to have
anytime-
Kanye's producer owning your
any-
shit.
any
After
time
We
though-
just got done fucking bitching about each other for the last 4 years, but
But anytime though, when Taylor Swift comes out with an album, you can just assume that it's that she just broke up with her previous, boyfriend or whatever. Isn't that how it goes with like all the albums before?
Yeah.
She needs a girlfriend. Break up with the
Yeah.
girlfriend.
I
Write
thought it was
new
going to be
music.
her and Katy Perry. Didn't they just make up?
That'd be hot.
Like, that's what I figured.
Now if it
you
was
know?
Katy Perry from like 10 years ago, maybe. She's getting a little now. She's still hot, but not as
She got
much
some
now.
titties.
Oh yeah, big tittle bitties.
And she's shown them.
Shave her
There
head.
are nudes. Yeah, that's where I lose Katy Perry is. Sometimes I like to, if a celebrity is hot, you know, you got to try to picture them without hair. And Katy Perry without hair would be frightening. It'd be like a cancerous baby doll.
Or like in Toy Story, the baby doll head that's on the like spider claw monster. I bet that's what she looks
I
like.
don't know. Natalie Portman was kind of weirdly hot when she got her head shaved.
She
and
could
V
pull
for
it.
Vendetta.
She could pull it
I
off,
bet
though.
Keira Knightley could pull it.
You have to be
That
freakishly
black
skinny.
black Bond chick pulled it in the Conan sequel. But very few. You're right. Very few girls can pull the bald head.
You have to be freakishly,
Charlize Theron.
yeah, freakishly
Oh, yeah,
skinny
she
and
could probably do
gangly.
it.
She has. She has.
Which
Yeah.
one?
She's
What?
Mad Max.
Yep, Mad
Yeah.
Max.
Furiosa.
Damn.
Oh, the
Yeah,
bullet.
she is hot for 50, dude.
Dude, yeah, the bullet farmer from the actor that played the bullet farmer in Mad Max Fury Road passed away today.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you doing over there, Mike?
Checking Facebook.
Sleeping.
Yeah, is it past your nap time?
Yes.
I know.
Somebody get this man a foil.
A bang.
You like it a foil.
No.
I guess we should probably get back to the topic board, or get actually to the topic
Oh,
board.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do that very often anymore. I'm just
Hijack,
joking.
you
What up,
just-
Cameron?
Bitch turn left.
Jesse
you know?
agrees with
We even
Kevin.
had just a walk into one of the topics. I thought maybe, but is the meth alligators on the topics?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Spoiling
that
meth
today. The
alligators.
fucking meth alligators.
Do we want to bust into that and just segue?
Sure.
All right.
No Rochambeauing.
No Rochambeauing tonight. We're going to go Here Comes the Zoo. Isn't that what it's under?
Yes.
All right. We got to find it.
It's it's been a week for alligators, man.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Pop up what we got,
I
sweetheart.
am trying. It's hard without my mouse. You took my mouse,
You mean
Dougie.
my mouse?
Yeah, your mouse that you let me use.
That's fucking queer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wah, wah. Come on.
Pac-Man.
Queer
Your
body.
inbox is
Cho
gonna be full of angry
fucking.
LGBTQ.
The
Yeah.
only time we've ever censored, you were on that episode actually. The only time we ever censored it was when I dropped an F-bomb at him for writing on me.
Yeah,
I didn't even
on-
think about it. I was just fucking, and it came out right into the microphone,
Yeah.
and
Authority.
I had to go back and edit just that word. I said fucking beep.
It was great.
Yeah, so what we got?
So yeah, in Alabama, police are warning against the rise of meth-crazed alligators. And police have asked meth users to stop flushing their drugs down the toilet because they can create meth gators.
Yes.
Who flushes
So-
their drugs down the toilet?
When
I'm
they don't
guessing-
want to get caught by
Yeah,
the
I'm
cops.
guessing like
Okay.
I'm not trusting the cops to tell me not to flush my drugs. When I mean, like, fuck the alligator. You're knocking on my door. The drugs are going in the toilet. Like, you telling me be environmentally conscious about flushing your drugs to get away from us.
Especially in Alabama.
So is it? I'm really hoping it's not made up though, because I really want fucking like crazed alligators on the loose. I think
So,
that
in
the
Alabama,
world
they
needs
had-
more of that.
Do you guys also hear
Squirrels?
about the cocaine fish?
Oh, in Britain?
Yeah.
The fish are all on coke?
Coke
Yeah.
because everyone's flushing their coke.
Not just that, they use so much cocaine
Yeah.
in
Probably their
Britain
pee and-
that it's in their pee as well. And we were talking about that, like, I wrote a joke about it. Like, did they figure out to test the fish because they weren't biting? Like, they weren't hungry, so they're not eating, and then one fish is, like, paranoid in the corner.
Oh, and I thought King of the Hill was full of shit. But
Yeah, right?
Apparently, it's not. You know, it's a thing. Fish like their coke.
Well,
So-
dude, go ahead, Doug. But I was just gonna say, but go ahead.
This isn't just in Alabama. This is also in Tennessee that they put out this warning.
In Florida.
In Florida,
I'm sorry to say, Florida's got to be on there with the. You know, I mean, well, Lord knows they're not getting staged up by a bunch of backwater hillbillies from Alabama.
no.
Like, swamp boys go all out.
Well, and they're cooking it on the swamp, I'm sure. So, well, no, Mexico does most of the cooking now. So,
Do you think they let the gators test it before they do it?
yeah. Like, is this good shit?
This is good shit,
Is
gator.
it good shit, gator?
If it kills the gator, it's good. If
Do
it
they like
doesn't,
say anything like the mannerisms of the gator, like they more fucked up than they normally are?
They just
I mean,
get super
gators-
skinny and have like little pock marks all over their face.
Gators are already aggressive if you fuck with them, so
Yeah.
fuck, they're gonna be
Yeah,
more aggressive,
they
dude.
just crawl around
How do you
everywhere
tell?
going, oil burner.
Oil burner!
Oil burner.
Oil burner!
Getting out there with gators with rotten teeth and shit, and you're like, God damn it, get that gator rehab.
Yeah, it
Needs
screws. It makes their medulla oblongata even smaller.
So a couple weeks ago, we talked about the meth squirrels
Right.
Oh, yeah,
in
got squirrels
Alabama.
and shit.
That was in Alabama. The dude feeding the squirrel meth to make it an attack squirrel. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then he ended up posting, they let the fucking squirrel free, right? They let the squirrel go into the wild, a meth addicted attack squirrel. And then he posts another video with another squirrel. And they don't know if it's the same squirrel and it just found him because he wanted meth. He's coming down hard.
Dude, I would have released the squirrel with a tracker on it, so that way when he runs to find the other meth fucking heads to give him shit, you know where they are at.
Yeah.
Because the
That's a great
squirrel's
idea.
there.
It's a really great
That
idea.
is a very good idea. So don't feed the gators meth
No.
or heroin. Although heroin might be more helpful.
Yeah, then you come
They're
up,
docile.
pet the gators.
Or
and
they
shit.
just OD.
Yeah.
Now, actually, we do flush too many drugs down the toilet and stuff because, like, they've done scientific studies on, like, mainly amphibian species, and they're finding, like, a lot of the hormone regular.
It's turning the frogs gay.
Yeah, well, not turning the frogs gay. It's basically producing amphibians
Yeah.
that don't have a gender
Right.
and
Is that
or
what's wrong with
multiple
our
gender.
modern society now? Is it just they're drinking the water too much?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Well,
could
and there's
be it.
also other drugs too, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've also been told that too much, too many people taking birth control pills and like their pee getting into the water and stuff is like making mass amphibian and fish populations sterile.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean, I take birth control every morning.
Rectally.
Yeah, I poop it.
well, it's the only proper way to take it.
Yeah.
I mean, doctor's instructions. I think he's a doctor.
Sir, that says analgesic, not analgesic.
Still feels good. My titties are getting bigger and more tender, though.
Just the craziest thing is though, because you guys know, like the cartels and stuff have these huge meth stashes, like in the swamps.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking gators find those, it's fucking game over.
Yeah.
Unless the people that are invading Area 51 train them and assist them as meth-assisted gators as a frontal assault force.
I think we need a charity for these gators.
You
Yeah.
guys
We
make
need to
sure you
get
bring a lot of
windows
water.
and curtains and blinds and stuff that they can peek through. Because, I mean, seriously, what the fuck are they doing?
Bunch of half-done projects out in the lawn.
Just half chewed on corpses.
Like, they got to find some way to spy on their neighbors and be inconspicuous about it. I don't think just popping their heads out of the water is enough. They do that anyway.
Just like up and down and up and down and up and down. That'd be kind of cool to see.
What do we got Jesse in the room. What is he saying? Modern day Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Strung Out Turtles, Gators with drug fanny packs. Can we experiment with other drugs? Call the police and they will properly dispose of you instead of flushing it. Or for you instead of flushing it, Doyle says. They found sea turtles with GPS and blow tied to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've actually covered that on here. That's a good turtle.
Here's a good total.
I don't know, gators, man, that shit's scary. I mean, like, they had that gator, that was another story this week. They found it today. They finally
Oh, yeah,
captured it in Chicago.
Holy shit.
At one of the parks there, a gator was on the loose. They're living in the fucking lake.
Well, freaking, when I was in high school, like 20 years ago, there was people that released a gator that got too big for them to take care of into one of the lakes that was one of the, like, ponds that HP used to dump all their waste was back in the day. And freaking, people started calling the police saying there's a fucking gator running around the nature trail behind HP, and nothing ever came to it because they're like, oh, just, you know, when winter comes, they'll just freeze to death. They're like, yeah, that's literally how they took care of it. They took care of the problem. Was they're like, oh, just let it freeze to death in the winter.
Shit, I know about catching a gator. Fuck that fucker. Winter will do it.
Yeah.
Not getting bit.
The Lord's helping.
Yeah.
But nature tends to find a way, though. I'm just saying, there could still be the whole myth of a gator running or a crocodile running around freely on.
There was. They say it all the time. Like,
and shit. And
yeah.
Well, like a number one problem for especially in Florida, is people just raising these exotic pets and then they get too big or too aggressive.
Or the hurricanes happen and they leave them.
Oh, yeah, if you leave your pet in a natural disaster, fuck you. You take them with you. They're family.
Yeah.
No matter the natural disaster.
Even if they're on meth.
Even if they're on meth.
Yeah.
Is a reptile really a pet? Because it'll eat you. It doesn't look at you like family.
I don't know. We had a iguana that loved us like family.
Well, dude, one of my brother's ex-girlfriends had a fucking albino snake. And it recognized us when we walked into the room. It would, like, be happy if it wanted to see us or not. It would, like, crawl up the thing and be like, come on, come pet me. And, like, we had to pet it and shit.
Know. My snake was big enough, he'd eat me.
Oh, fuck that.
Is that an innuendo?
No, it's just a little guy, corn snake.
Oh.
You know, if I
If he
ever...
was big enough, he'd definitely eat me. He looks at me all the time like, fuck you, dude.
It just gives you the look like, I could eat you one day in your sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start having dreams about it and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like you wake up like, fuck you, dude. You ever fucking eat me, I'll kill you. Or choke on me.
Yeah.
I swear.
Like halfway through, you're in my fist, I got the other one. But if I ever got an anaconda, I would only feed it hamburger buns.
Well, going back to high school, Thompson Valley used to have, when it was between my junior and senior year of high school, we used to have a pet anaconda just hanging out in one of the displays at school. And during during summer break, it got loose and it was never found. And it was like a 20-foot python.
I had a dude, when they had that pet shop, mostly reptiles on North College and stuff, he was going to sell me an albino anaconda for like half off. And I was like, hey, that's a great deal. He's like, yeah, that fucker bit me for the last time.
You're like,
I'm like,
nope.
You know what? I'm good. I'm good. I don't
Good.
The biggest thing you have to worry about with them biting you is that bacteria.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing for Johnny Knoxville when he got bit in the movie, where they were wrestling the anaconda in the ball pit.
Well, it's like the Komodo dragons. Freaking, they're not poisonous or venomous. What kills you is their bite is so just filthy that a bacterial infection will kill you if you don't get it treated fast enough.
But luckily with, humans, Komodos aren't that big of a risk because they bite and they walk away. They don't like, wrestle you to the ground because they're letting that bacteria do its job. They'll just follow you for everywhere you go for the next
until they
3 days until you drop from the infection, and then they'll eat you. So usually with a human, you get bit, you just go to the hospital and get yourself some antibiotic and you're good. But
unless you live in America and can't afford the health care.
True. Jesse says the sea turtles with GPS and blow on them, that's why he flushes his straws. That's fucking great.
You got it. Got to slow them down. We need to find those turtles.
Finding Nemo just suddenly made a lot more sense.
Tubular.
Oh, meth gators. Alabama's, Florida, and Tennessee already suck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta fucking...
They're raising the stakes. They're going all in. You know what? I'm going to say it now. Methed out Gator 2020. Change we can believe in.
Methed out Gator
2020.
I want gator skin boots.
He might
made
be
out
my
of a
first
meth
choice, but my
addicted...
second choice is Sweet Meteor of Death.
Yeah, that's a good one. Could he be the co-president or the vice president for Methed Out Gator?
Wait.
Or the other way around?
Do you need a license to hunt a meth gator? Like if you're like, hey, it's a nuisance, right?
Yeah, I think you just go in like that. Just send a little kid in first, let the little kid get eaten, then be like, hey,
I had to do
kids
it.
now, yeah. Well, you don't let them know you put the kid there.
No, the trick is now is that we have to send in freaking what's stronger than meth?
Fentanyl?
Fentanyl. Well, that would kill him. We don't want to do that. We want to
PCP?
send them, PCP freaking fucking great white sharks to eat the
Nice.
meth gators.
What about a PCP gorilla? It'd be like Rampage.
Yeah, I'd rather go the shark. See, gorillas though would help
Gorillas
though.
on meth.
No, PCP gorillas.
Narc-
I have a new army idea.
Yeah, right?
Like,
And you can get, it's like Planet of the Apes, but they don't talk back.
Yeah. So what's the other
Damn
story
you,
about
dirty.
there's
So-
mountain goats?
Yes, so there are aggressive goats addicted to human urine, not Europe, being airlifted out of Olympic North Park, Washington. How are they addicted?
Olympic National Park.
Yeah, Olympic National Park.
what the fuck are people in Washington doing?
Yeah, what? How are they peeing on the goats? I don't know that.
How hard is it to not give meth to gators and not piss on goats?
They get thirsty.
And again,
So I guess they have a taste for salt and minerals that they are in human urine and
Yeah.
sweat. So they have gotten aggressive and started attacking these humans in the park
until they pee on them?
for more meth piss. So they had to airlift them out.
So these goats literally wait for humans to take peas in the forest,
Yeah.
and then
They go and
They're not even waiting now. They're just attacking them.
until they
That's
pee their pants in
insane.
beer.
I was saying, once you learn that humans pee when they're scared,
Because we're like in
Sober for
scouts,
you now.
like in Boy Scouts, we were taught like if we were like going, especially like if we went backpacking, totally mark your campsite with pee because then it would say to like the bears and mountain lions and shit that
Wouldn't be attracted.
wouldn't be attracted to it because they actually are supposed to quote unquote fear humans.
Not goats.
Not goats apparently.
These poor goats, though, like, they're just living their life, living their goat life, and now they're being airlifted out.
Mm-hmm.
They're happy as fuck to be
Relocated.
released, but
You can't ask people to
well, yeah,
not
it's a
pee
long
there.
flight though, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, they probably have to pee.
look at them. They're running. How
Well,
are they
now,
not
to be
attacking
fair,
those people?
I say turn it back on them. Start kicking their ass until you get their pee and see how they like it.
Now, technically, if this was a national park, you're supposed to go pee in designated facilities,
Right.
but a lot of people don't because they're just like, it's nature. National forest, they don't fucking care, but national park, different story.
Narcon, any Wyoming people watching to answer that question? Which question? And can we punish R. Kelly that way?
Yeah.
By airlifting him out?
No, drip,
No.
drip, drip. Making the goats drink his piss,
Oh,
or they'll probably chomp his dick off, which
We can
wouldn't be, bad either.
Well,
It's terrifying.
the way things are going for him, he's going to be peed on anyway, so...
Drip, drip, drip.
oh yeah. He didn't get pee in his butt. Guaranteed. Butt pee.
So maybe all the resources that the goats used to get salt from are now depleted in the national park because of the environment or
Couldn't they have
something.
just thrown out some damn salt licks?
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that's also
yeah.
true too. But like in a national park, they don't want to try to interfere with nature as much as possible. I mean, fuck, back in the 50s and 60s, fucking Yellowstone used to just dump their trash out, and they used to have shows about it, and they just let the bears fucking come in and fucking go through the trash. And
They had
stuff.
that geyser that blew out a ton of trash
Yeah, that
a
one
little
too.
while back.
Well, because idiots thought that they wouldn't get caught, so they threw it in there because that geyser didn't erupt in how many years or
It was
whatever,
like
and then it
50 or
finally
something,
did.
yeah.
It's not a matter of if they erupt, it's when. And they just have different varies of
Yeah.
when.
Yeah.
Could be a good sight to see.
Except
Watch
when
it
the
just
big one
blow
occurs,
trash
and then we're all
out.
fucked.
Huh, everybody's like, whoa, shit, is that a used condom? Damn.
Broken bottle.
We
Or
need
meth
to
or heroin needle.
give meth to the goats.
Why?
Because, I mean, they're already aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a methed out goat, dude.
Meh.
Watch them climb up mountains.
Well, those
Yeah.
billy goats can already fucking climb out
I
really
know,
steep fucking cliffs and shit. Just
Watch
Twice
imagine
the
them
speed.
on meth.
Yeah. They jump one single leap and
getting
make
to the
it.
top and then
Oh
jumping
look,
off.
we only have like 2 square inches of space on this fucking cliff, man.
They're crazy.
All this meth talk is getting Mike all worked up over there.
Need my oil burner.
Oh, burner!
Oil burner.
Oh, burner. What's that from anyway?
That was
You're
from
gonna-
a tweaker who yelled it at me at the shop one day.
Oh,
Oil burner! Oh, burner! He just came in while I was dealing with the customer and yelled it at me.
Therefore, he has been life memed.
Well,
No.
probably took him all of his mental energy just to convince himself he was right to go to the store in the first place. He's just trying to get in and out.
Why don't they
Nervous,
just use a light
paranoid.
bulb like decent human
Because
beings?
fucking asshole government made us go to the goddamn wrong side of light bulbs.
That's true.
Ah,
Like,
Can't clean them out with salt anymore?
were they thinking of the poor meth addicts when they did that? No. Now I steal the fucking bulbs off my neighbor's porch and they don't work. So I throw them at their window, you know.
they don't even break the same anymore.
It's true.
LED.
Jesse says, ha ha ha, Mike, get the oil burner.
Oil burner.
Oh, burner! Oh, burner! Oh, burner! Oh, fucking A. Enough about drug goats and
Meth gators.
drug gators. Who wants to pick the next topic?
yes, I'll do it. Here we go, the blinded by science.
Blinded by science.
Do 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 do.
We added that topic just for you.
Yay! Because yes, I am your science correspondent, I guess.
Yes.
Yep.
I have to bring some science truth to you guys.
Someday you'll
Except
be our
if it's
meth
storming
correspondent.
Area 51, because like I said, I want to watch from the hilltop while you guys storm it.
Oh,
And
we
then-
aren't storming.
Yeah, we don't have the energy or patience or
Yeah.
attention span for that.
No. It was just a distraction to cover up the Epstein thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Still wondering why they rolled that one back out after 2008. I mean,
They rolled that out and then they put the trafficking charges on them recently. The new charges are the sex trafficking charges. But
I mean,
all the politicians are involved
I
with
was saying, they
that.
apparently had a mountain of evidence in 2008 and said, this guy's got dirt on everybody, let's not go forward. What, they think they got all the dirt? Like, no. So what the fuck are you bringing it back up for? Trying to ruin everything and everybody else's good time?
They're just taking Clinton down finally.
Well, if Clinton's involved in that shit and even Trump, fuck them, dude. It don't matter which side it politically. You fuck children. You know.
That's a qualification to be a
Well.
politician, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, they dropped it right when Hillary became Secretary of State.
Yeah.
And I can totally see Obama going, you know what, we're not fucking running a previous president's name through the goddamn mud over this guy. Just let him off.
Yeah, he got off good, too.
Well, now nobody
On
knows how.
children.
Now everybody's like, where do you get his fucking money? And I'm like, by having rich politicians on a plane with underage girls.
Yeah.
That's how he got his fucking money.
On his own island.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Stephen Hawking even went to that island.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, I mean,
even you know, one of the world's greatest scientists. You know, he just recently, or he passed away, what, about a year ago or so, year and a half ago. Even if he did it, fuck him too.
you mean Benedictine Cumberpatch?
No, he played Alan Turing, different guy.
Oh, that's
The
it.
guy that fucking plays oh fuck, the Harry Potter thing.
Oh,
Not Harry Potter, but Harry Potter.
The Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, that guy. That guy played Stephen Hawking.
There was in there something about Mary.
He was?
Yeah.
Huh, I did not realize that.
He was the fake cripple.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
What? I'm not allowed to say cripple?
No, it just makes sense. I was thinking DJ Qual from
Legit.
from Legit or like that same kind of thing. Just thinking about that.
Anyway,
dude that
back to the science
say,
Yeah,
topic.
back to the science.
Blinded
What do
by
we got
science?
here?
So, here's a story about conjoined twins at the head finally being separated after 50 hours of surgery.
Jesus.
With
Successfully.
Yeah, successfully.
Over 2 days
Yeah.
of continuous surgery.
There was a team of 100 British medical experts working on it.
On cocaine.
Yes, on
Probably.
Obviously.
all the cocaine. Yeah, how else do you go for 50 hours?
Fuck.
Any
That's
rigger will
intense.
tell you, you need something.
Look at how they were conjoined.
Yeah, that must suck. Not even like next to each other, back
I'm
to
wondering, do
front.
they have to like do like bits and pieces, like a fake skull, like
Oh, yeah,
cat
I would
and stuff
imagine,
in there?
yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm betting in the article, they'll say something that they had to 3D print some shit.
Let's find out.
You know, we're getting to the point that they're going to end up being able to do that, notice that problem, recognize it, fucking, you know, at 4 or 5 weeks pregnancy and just go, okay, well, let's fix this right now. and it won't be as much of a thing. They're getting way better at that.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine giving birth to that?
I know. Imagine how it came out. Just, oh,
I mean,
one of them had to be feet first.
They just repaired a spina bifida on a fetus at 24 weeks, I think it was.
Wow.
Successful. Well, I mean, the fetus didn't die by successfully. We don't actually know and won't know how well the surgery, took effect until after the kid's born. But apparently, what they're thinking is they completely corrected spina bifida. If you can get to spina bifida at 24 weeks in development, you don't have a problem anymore.
That's pretty cool.
That is super cool. So,
fetal surgery, though, is still super risky, though.
Oh, absolutely.
So it says that they used their own bones on the top of their skulls and tissue expanders to stretch skin over their head.
Okay, so they both have their own skulls. They just had like a little...
No, their skulls were melded together.
Were their brains fused together, too?
No, but their blood vessels and...
That's the big thing,
Yeah.
is the blood, because if you freaking cut one of those wrong, it can bleed to
Yeah,
death.
hematoma in the brain, and that's not good.
So they said that these, almost all of the conjoined twins born attached at the head die, or come out stillborn or die within the first 24 hours. These kids are 2 years old now.
Wow.
A donor paid for the travel expenses and the whole hospital expenses.
Wow. Yeah, because they're from Pakistan
Yeah,
and they
they
went to
are.
England.
Even worse if they were born in Pakistan.
Yeah,
No.
right.
It's awesome that they can do it. My other question is how are they developing mentally? I mean, are these kids like
So this was a few months
done?
ago now.
Or
They're doing all right. Yeah, they...
are these kids going to grow up and lead great, productive, healthy lives, or are they going to be more a case,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
One of them actually
dependent
did have
for the
a
rest of the
stroke.
book?
They said that though the surgery proved successful, it was no cakewalk. In one of the surgeries, the twins started to bleed after clots formed in Safa's neck, and she started to transfer blood to Marwa, the other one. When Marwa's heart rate decreased, the doctors were afraid they might lose her, which made them decide to give her a key vein shared with Safa. However, this resulted in Safa suffering a stroke less than 12 hours later.
I mean, yeah, anytime you try to split up conjoined twins, there's a huge risk that you'll lose one or both.
Yeah.
Right.
I just imagine having that shitty life.
I know-
Attached at the head like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Not even good like the
Not gonna be
Matt
very
Damon
long.
movie, Stuck on You, where it's side to side. That'd be doable.
It would be horrible, but I mean,
Flex seal.
like Flex Seal.
That's amazing. J.B. Weld.
It's pretty crazy though. Actually, like that they can even pull that off. I remember when 30 years ago, probably that surgery would never even be attempted.
Right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be worth it.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be attempted.
Medical wonders.
It's insane.
I think it was Ben Carson did one of the first conjoined twins pre-birth. He did an in utero separation of twins. That's what got him famous as a neurosurgeon.
Yeah.
And they were attached at the head, but they weren't attached top. They were attached
Side.
side.
Yeah.
They weren't touching tips. They were just rubbing together.
Yep.
Jesse says ramen noodles fix everything.
Yeah, I've seen that. It'd be pretty good.
Have you seen that video of them putting the fake finger on the guy? Like he had his finger cut off, so they took ramen and put it on there.
I saw the meme where it's Chernobyl since it was on the HBO series, and they fucking put ramen as like the roof.
Oh, it's great.
With the JFK
Is the chat
picture
room
with
not-
the
Oh
back
yeah,
presenting all
JFK
ramen.
picture.
Chat working?
No,
No?
chat is not.
Fucking Mike.
God damn it, Mike.
Nope. It says it's connected though. I don't know.
I hate it. What do we got next? You lose internet?
I did lose internet.
Why?
I don't know.
LOS.
My
loss of
internet's
signal.
working.
LOS.
So they found a new species of dinosaur in Texas.
That's crazy.
This is a duck-billed dinosaur. They have identified through these new fossils that they found. Well, I guess the fossils were actually discovered in the 1980s at the Big Bend National Park, but they have just recently found a classification for them.
It doesn't look like a duckbill. It looks like a goddamn.
It looks like a in between, like a duckbill and something else.
That beak just looks like it hurt.
I wonder if when like anthropologists who do the drawings of dinosaurs and the replications of them, if like they're gonna get to the afterlife and the dinosaurs are gonna look nothing like they expected.
Well, was that one dinosaur? Was it Diplodocus? They actually found out that it was a mistake, and it was actually a combination of like 5 different dinosaurs, or something like that.
I read an article like 10 years ago about how a lot of these anthropologists and stuff are saying that they might have to eliminate over 3/4 of the species of dinosaurs we think exist because they're actually just smaller versions of another dinosaur. Like the Velociraptor is just a younger Deinonychus. They're not 2 different separate species, which would kind of make sense. I mean, you wouldn't come across like a little young alligator and then say it's completely different species than the larger alligator just because of the size. You don't know yet, but...
Well, see, that field of science is a field you can be wrong in.
Well, you could be wrong in quite a bit in geology and paleontology, you know, because, like you said, the fossil record is incomplete. We probably only know about maybe 1% of all the species that ever lived.
Yeah, they're all...
And I recently just heard about them finding these dinosaur bones where they actually had like marrow still inside the bone. And then there were the people that cut into it said there was another chemical or compound inside of that bone that only lasts, maybe 100,000, 200,000 years, not millions. So they're saying that it's really blowing their minds because it shouldn't be there, but it is. It should have deteriorated, 65 million years ago.
Well, and I mean, there's unique cases where they found even like dinosaur blood with preserved dino DNA that should have been destroyed by
Jurassic
geological.
Park.
Well, not enough to do Jurassic Park, but
come on, you only need a mosquito. We all learned that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think because with like the whole like cloning and CRISPR technology, we'll at least get dinosaurs what we think they look like. Because you could totally like splice in different genes from different reptiles and birds and shit.
Didn't the Chinese say they're bringing back the mammoth?
No, that's Russia.
Russia.
Russia. Well,
they found that they found in the permafrost.
Yeah, it's like 30,000 years old. Did you guys hear the crazy story about the melting permafrost in Russia and worms that were in like suspended animation for like 30,000 years started coming back to life? That's creepy as fuck.
Well, they have in some places corpses that are coming up have anthrax and shit, like a type of anthrax that we're not used to that is gonna wipe fucking people out.
Yeah, there's a lot of people don't realize this with the permafrost in the Arctic regions of our planet and the glaciers like way up like alpine glaciers. Those start melting because of climate change. They have a lot of decomposing carbon like leaves and trees and dead animals and all that extra methane is just and all that extra stuff is just going to cause more havoc.
Well, good thing that global warming's not real.
No, I can take it or leave it. I think
unless you're rich enough to actually escape with Elon Musk to Mars or some shit.
The more you dabble in it, the more you research it, the more you find out that there's an argument on either side of that one, and nobody really takes it fucking seriously anyway. I don't see anybody changing their goddamn lifestyle. I see people like, I'm going to college. I thought you said global warming's happening and the whole world's over in 10 years. What the fuck are you going to college for? Maybe you should be like learning survival skills. Rambo shit.
Well, I hate those people that freaking say climate change is like this huge cataclysm. The honest question is that we kind of have inklings, but we exactly don't know.
Yeah.
Like we can see the overall like this is like one of the things I got my master's degree in is just we can just see that overall trend, and it's like
Nobody knows what the results of it are going to be. Nobody knows what fucking kind of cosmetic fucking thing could immediately change everything. Sun could start dying down a little bit on its activity and totally fucking make it null and void in the next 50 years. And we're talking a 300-year timeline. The science itself is what, 40 years old? 50 years old?
Oh, well, the first climate change paper released was in 1899. So
1999?
1899. 1899 was, and then the first ever article about climate change published in a newspaper was in the New York Times in 1912.
And they were saying Ice Age? Or was that just, they changed
No.
that to the 70s? Where it was supposed to be
Well,
Ice
so
Age?
the whole thing with that is just we just didn't understand the science enough like we do
Exactly.
now.
It's-
We do now.
And we only understand
That's
it.
50 years ago.
Yeah, but every 10 years we find out what we didn't know 10 years ago, making everything we thought we knew pretty much irrelevant.
No,
That's the
I wouldn't
process
say
of a
that.
new
We build it.
science.
We build on the science. It's what like Isaac Newton said. He's all, I see further than others because I stand on the shoulders of giants. He didn't basically say fuck you guys that did all this science before I did. I'm the best. He said no, I couldn't get to what I found out without the help of like Johannes Kepler and Galileo and all those guys, Tycho Brahe and all those guys. So I would say it's not science is like, no, fuck you, it's completely wrong, let's scrap it. It's just we have to build and modify from what we've already known. And you know, with like, you know, with like, I can even say that with like science and stuff. There's a reason why we just didn't pick up and use the Saturn V again to go back to the moon like what the Trump administration wants to do by 2024 is set the first woman and the next man on the moon by 2024. There's a reason why we just said, okay, let's just pull out all the display pieces of the Saturn V because that technology already exists. It's like, no, technology's gotten better.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously maybe not SLS, you know, because, you know, it's more bureaucracy than technology at that point.
Technology and science are kind of hand in hand. In some ways they're separate. When you start talking theories, you know, some of it's not really building on other ones. Some people just came up with some stupid shit back in the day because they didn't know what they were talking about.
Common misconception about theory, though, but we don't have time for that because there's a difference between theory and scientific theory, and scientists just shorten that to the word theory. There's a difference. There was
a scientific theory back in the 50s that caused a lot of fucking people to get cancer because they were switching out their testicles with animals because scientists told them it would make them more virile. Now, you can't tell me that we built on that one. No, that one was just completely fucking wrong.
Well, yeah, dude, that's like the one thing with science is it's mostly dead ends. That's the thing. Like a lot of people think that
was
science...
the only point I was making.
I know,
you
but
find that one little thing that gets you forward, but there was 10 other things that they thought were going on that turned out to be dead end.
It's all about the will. It's just all. See, like it's science. Like, I mean, I this like the broad overview of science and stuff is that science is not there to prove what's right. It's actually just prove to what's not wrong. It's just kind of like I said. It's like a whittling down process. I mean, anyway. Like I said, without science, though, you know, 50 years ago, we wouldn't have started our first manned attempt to land on the moon. I have to bring that up. 50 years ago today, first manned landing, or launch to the first landing on the moon. Because, you know, moon's still pretty fucking far away.
It is.
You know, it took our Apollo astronauts 3 fucking days to get to the moon. And then that, you know, so... But today was the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 launch. If you guys want to throw this on the Facebook page or whatever, but you guys can actually follow Apollo 11 in real time. It's apollo11realtime.org. And anytime like the Capcom guy talks to them, you'll hear it. And even if they're like talking between each other in mission control, you'll hear it.
As though it was happening today instead
As it was happening today. Yeah, it's Apollo 11 real time. And it should be like the Apollo 11 real. Yeah,
I'm all for going back to the moon when somebody tells me what the profit in it is.
Huh?
I'm all for going back to the moon when somebody tells me what the profit in it is.
Oh, there's going to be huge profit. Like a lot of yes, exactly. And you can just go to now. And then they'll show what's going on.
When they get a business model on when it's going to pay itself back for going, like we've been there once, we've been there, we're cool, we got the the little check mark. That's great. Now we need to know how to make money off of it. You know, when people sailed across the ocean for the first time, they weren't just doing it just for fucking fun. You know, if it panned out that there was no money in it, we weren't going back.
Dude, like what do you think, like, all this commercial stuff NASA's doing now? You know, with SpaceX and freaking Blue Origin and
no, I'm waiting
like,
for them to do it. I'm
guys.
like, you know, when the government starts talking about them paying for it, I'm like, why? You got plenty of fucking billionaires willing to sink their goddamn money into this. Let them do it, and those motherfuckers will find a way to turn a profit. They'll figure out how to make, and when you start doing that, that's when you start seeing massive leaps in advances.
But is it really NASA's job to quote unquote make a profit? I'm just asking a straight up question.
Not. That's why they should stay the fuck out of it.
Their job is to develop and mature technology so they can pass it off. Perfect example. I'll give you a perfect example.
Tang.
Well, so there's always a misconception about Tang. Tang was actually invented before NASA came to fruition. And then NASA was trying to get like public support. And so the main company that makes Tang's like, hey, when you start launching this was like right after like Alan Shepard and stuff. So they're like, hey, once you start making flights longer than 15 minutes, we'll help spread PR, you know, for NASA, because they'll be drinking Tang in orbit, right? That's the whole thing. NASA, quote unquote, didn't invent Tang. But perfect example is the space shuttle, right? Yeah. Space shuttle was supposed to be at least the first attempt at quote unquote reusability, right? So the technology really didn't flush out because it was still super fucking expensive every time to launch a space shuttle. It was like $500 million towards the end of the shuttle program. But who took that technology and applied it to current technology that we see today? Elon Musk and SpaceX.
Yeah.
With their and I would also add Blue Origin to that too, because they're working on reusability. But yeah, freaking SpaceX is like, they couldn't do that without the space shuttle.
Yeah, but once SpaceX takes off and finds out a way to make going into space profitable, you're going to see more leaps and bounds, far more leaps and bounds in our technology, in our research, in our development, because now there's a reason to do it.
Well, NASA would still buy. That's what the Commercial Crew and Commercial Resupply program is. It's NASA basically saying, hey guys, we don't want to do this anymore to resupply and launch crew to space station. We want to go to, you go to the moon and Mars again, so let's go to, let's just pass that off, and that's what like SpaceX and Blue Origin and all those guys.
Just saying, when we find gold on Mars, it's on.
Fuck, dude, you don't want to even find gold on Mars, dude. You just go to the asteroid belt.
Japan just landed on an asteroid.
Yeah, Hayabusa 2 landed on.
Landing on an asteroid.
Way less gravity. But
moving object.
There's asteroids in our solar system that have more precious metals, so gold, platinum, silver, all those type of rare earth elements that we, like lithium and stuff.
Yeah.
In space, there's entire asteroids that dwarf that we have ever mined here on planet Earth during human history.
Just in the asteroid.
Just in the asteroid. One asteroid that's, a mile across.
I believe it.
Like one asteroid in their solar system has more gold by 1,000 times than all the gold ever mined on planet Earth throughout human history. Literally, you've become the way of space mining, which SpaceX wants to do. A bunch of other companies want to do. You become the world's first trillionaire.
Yeah,
But you also crater gold prices because you have so much freaking gold at your disposal now.
Yeah. Real quick from the chat room. Jason Parliament says, I can't believe I gotta go here for an adult conversation on climate change. Jesse Wilson says,
Science.
check out, check out JFK Moonshot app.
Oh,
it's
that's
pretty
fucking
cool.
awesome. I have it on my phone.
He says, downloaded it last night and was on it for an hour. Real audio from Moon Mission. Tang's my favorite. He says.
Yeah. And you want to know a crazy story about Tang, since we are talking about the Apollo missions? It actually killed Tang almost killed one of the astronauts on the moon. In Apollo 14, Alan Shepard's, so they had 2 bags of liquid so they could drink from on their EVAs, or extravehicular activity, when they were walking on the moon. One of them was filled with water and the other one was filled with Tang. Because, the whole PR thing. Fucking Alan Shepard hated Tang. Fucking hated it. But nope, had to do it because it was part of the suit. and it got open, and it smeared the inside of his visor, so he couldn't see that well. It couldn't see that well. But luckily enough, they were close enough to the lunar module that they could basically, him and I forget the guy who went, Stu, I think it's Stu Rosa. I think, no, whatever. I actually forgot the other guy that went with Alan Shepard on Apollo 14. But they actually had to hold hands and go all the way back to the lunar module, and
because he couldn't see.
Because he couldn't see.
That sucks.
Coolest thing to come out of the space missions, I still think, are the foil blankets. 'Cause I use those.
Yep.
Mike knows all about those.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta have little one, a couple of those thrown in my pack every time I go hunting. Like,
Space shuttle.
Absolutely necessary.
So that like Kapton or Mylar foil that they have all the shit surrounding.
Oh yeah.
I actually have a little itty bitty piece of Apollo 11. It's foil that was surrounding the command module. I got that as a gift for winning Teacher of the Year last year.
Nice.
I thought that was fucking cool.
Yeah, I heard you won Teacher of the Year.
Does it have a certificate of authenticity?
It does. And it
Can
tells
you
the
smoke
story.
coke on it?
I wouldn't, because I almost lost it doing that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was showing my friend Dan it, and I took it out of its case, and it was like I was showing it, and I fucking dropped it, and I was like, but luckily it was taped to the thing and didn't
It's such
fall
a
off.
small piece.
Yeah, it's 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter.
Wow.
So for the Americans in the chat, it's like not even a quart. It's super small. It's like a
You almost need a fucking magnifying glass.
almost need a magnifying glass to see it.
It's like the size of a kidney stone.
It's like the size of Josh's
And
dick.
I also saw Apollo 11's command module last September in
Yeah.
St. Louis. That was fucking
Did you
cool.
try to take it back?
Oh, I tried. I
Just
actually
push it-
tried
push
hopping
it
the
in.
barrier. I was just even
Like, I'm
pretend
trying to
hopping
make it
the
whole
barrier.
again.
Security would have none of it.
When we lived in Maryland, we used to go to the Air and Space Museum all the time, and they actually had modules you could go into
Yeah.
and stuff. That was always fucking cool.
I'm actually, because a little bit of a side story, I'm actually too big to fit into any of the smaller capsules that we used in the vintage days. So Gemini, or Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo, because just I'm too tall. Back in the day, there was actually a height restriction on an astronaut.
Yeah.
Even
and
on
they
the
still
space
do
shuttle.
in the cosmonauts.
Yep.
The cosmonauts.
And fighter pilots.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's
They
because the
don't.
ejection
You
system.
know how much those things cost? They're not designing that thing to fucking fit all sizes. No,
Mm-hmm.
you got this size to be a fighter pilot, and that's it. They're not making custom-made fighter jets for short and tall.
That's
people.
what I'm hoping for Bezos and Musk to start sending people into space for tourism, because like Blue Origin with their new Shepard rocket, it's only suborbital, so you're basically doing what Alan Shepard did, hence why the rocket's called New Shepard. But you just do this suborbital hop for like 15 minutes, and they let you float around in the capsule for like 10 of that time. But once that gets going and the price starts going down, oh yeah, if it costs 20 grand, I'd save up for it and do it. I would totally do it. I don't care if it took me 20 years, I would do it.
Sorry, I'm downloading an app.
The VR app, it's fucking cool.
I downloaded it, yeah.
It's super cool, that freaking thing. I just wanted to recognize, because yeah, it's been 50 years since Apollo 11. And if you get a chance, guys, in the chat or whatever too, check out the documentary. You can rent or buy it. I bought it, but the actual documentary called Apollo 11, because it has new unreleased footage that they found in the National Archive. And I saw it twice on IMAX, and it was fucking sweet.
Was that the one with Tom Hanks?
No, that was Apollo 13.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I'm being a smartass.
yeah.
So enough space
Yeah,
talk.
space. Go Apollo 11.
Congrats,
I love some
NAFTA. We're going to skip this other story, I think. Although John Paul Stevens just died, ladies and gentlemen, the second oldest and third longest serving Supreme Court Justice, died at age 99. He's almost as old as you, dude.
Almost.
Why are you being so quiet over there?
Huh.
I'm watching the show.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Good job.
Thanks.
I do want to bring this up. There've been some issues this last week with what is it, in vitro fertilization? Is that the proper?
Yeah.
they've had some mix-ups where females have had eggs planted in them. The sperm that they were injected with were not the sperm it was supposed to be, and so they gave birth to 2 separate twins genetically, or gave birth to other people's kids. And that's becoming an issue for people because the people who are biologically connected to the children want them back, even though they didn't know about them.
Well, I mean, I could really see that. I mean, theoretically, both parents are there. Both sets of parents are there because they're having a hard as fuck time conceiving on their own.
Yeah.
And they just spent a lot of fucking money on that. And then you got this people that just got your baby.
Yeah.
That you just paid $50,000 to a doctor to make happen.
But it also sucks for the mom and shit who carried. Like, in this particular case, she got 2 eggs planted and fertilized because she wanted twins. And they were both genetically different.
King David, that shit split the baby.
Technically, fraternal twins are genetically different.
Right, but I mean, like, one was Asian, the other was Indian.
Oh.
That kind of different.
Completely different mother-father.
Race.
I heard this story. This was when I was in high school. I'm bringing up a lot of stories from high school. But my advanced biology teacher was telling us a story that a African-American prostitute had sex with, like, 2 different guys on one night and ended up having twins. One was black and one was white.
Can happen.
Yeah.
So it's really fucking
rare.
rare.
It's like
They just had that happen in China just recently, but it's like a 1 in like 5 billion chance that happens.
But in China, that'd be where it could happen.
Yeah.
There's
China or India.
Yeah.
You guys know India just
know
passed China in population?
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, India's huge, man.
That's frightening.
It is frightening.
And India is also the world's largest quote-unquote democracy.
And they're both looking at fighting each other, so this might work out well. This overpopulation problem might take care of itself, people.
You do realize both of them have nuclear weapons.
But they're aiming them at each other. That's over there.
Yeah, that's
are you sure about that? Even a regional, like if India and Pakistan and India or China decided to shoot at each other with nukes, we would feel it over here. It would be bad.
I don't know. Everybody said that Fukushima was going to be the end of all things, and it turned out to be a meh.
Well, there's a huge difference between a nuclear power plant what happened at
leaking
Fukushima
radiation into the ocean, then one leaking it
versus multiple nuclear exchange.
Yeah.
Even like a fraction of what the total amount of weaponry was. Like, a lot of people don't realize this. In World War II, all the conventional bombs that were dropped in World War II only equaled about 2 megatons of TNT.
Yeah.
So 2 million tons of
TNT
equivalent. Yeah, they were called blockbusters. Yeah. But that was every single conventional bomb dropped from planes in World War II only equated to about 2 million megatons of energy.
Right.
China and India in their nuclear arsenals have orders of magnitude greater than that. And instead of being over 6 years, it would be, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
So yeah, that would have global effects.
Fuck that.
Sometimes I feel that scientists like to overhype a nuclear war just to make it more of a deterrent for a nuclear war to happen, like this is the end of all things. I've seen other studies that say everybody could launch all their nuclear weapons and humanity would survive it.
Well, yeah, humanity would survive.
Civilization would not survive. Humanity would survive. And within a few generations, most of your genetic defects would be spread out.
Do you know actually how they studied or figured out the effects of what's called quote-unquote nuclear winter? They looked at global dust storms on Mars.
Yeah.
Because it had similar properties that you could, of stuff being suspended in the atmosphere for long periods of time. And what they noticed is that the temperatures at the surface drop dramatically. Over like a 2-year period, temperatures globally dropped super quick. So I guess if you want to get rid of global warming, let's have nuclear winter. Personally,
and then when you want to get rid of the nuclear winter, just turn back on global, man. We can do this.
No.
It's just finding the right amount. It's like putting on the heater and the air conditioner and figuring out exactly where you sit in between.
But it's like us though. It's it's either all or nothing. There's no in between. Well, yeah, a lot of people they're like, oh, you know, like, all the conventional bombs of World War II only equal 2 megatons, and China, India easily have way more than that in nuclear arsenal. You know, and yeah, it would suck. Even over here.
No, they aren't the 2 big ones. I mean,
they're not the biggest. Yeah. It's still Russia and the United States that still have the most.
Russia and the United States make up what, like 90% of the nuclear arsenal on this planet, and everybody else has a few hundred apiece.
No, China has a couple thousand. I think they're at like 2,500. But still, that's still enough. That's still more than enough.
So I was reading an article recently that the Marshall Islands are now considered more radioactive than Chernobyl.
Well, one thing we found out with Chernobyl, though, is mostly the city itself is still highly radioactive because concrete, steel, and things like that hold radiation for long periods of time. But the vegetation and growth in the forests surrounding Chernobyl, mosses and things like that have just basically filtered it out.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were planting hemp out there because it filters it out.
There's still a lot of they don't want to kick up a lot of dust or dirt still out there because the dirt and the plants and stuff still might be okay, or at least progressing back to pre-Chernobyl level.
Well, the animals are doing all right.
It's the soil.
Yeah, for a while there, you got some funky-looking animals, but they said they found within, I think it was several generations, that's starting to go back to normal. The ones that had most of the genetic defects couldn't breed and pass on negative traits, throughout. So, nature has a really interesting way of cleaning itself up, and we didn't know how many animals, plant life, and things like that filtered out radiation until we started having these leaks on the planet. And then we find out there's clams, tons of sea life, mosses, all this shit that filters out radiation over time.
Yeah.
And
it's just it's the stuff that has it's the short term stuff, the stuff that happens minute or seconds, minutes, hours stuff. And then, over time that slowly goes down, but it's still not technically zero.
One of Japan's biggest problems with the radiation fallout from when we dropped our A-bombs on them was women were infertile. And they still have a higher percentage of women that can't have children today than most other developed countries.
And they have retreaded babies, right?
Well, I hope so.
The most.
I just don't understand why we don't have a Japanese Hills Have Eyes yet, should be somewhere in there.
Well, it's in the suicide forest, I'm pretty sure.
No, Fukushima was its own freak thing because they actually did have safety systems that were designed to withstand the tsunami, but because of the earthquake, the ground actually sunk. And then so their protection became worthless.
Yeah. I believe it.
So, but no, Fukushima was definitely not as bad as Chernobyl was.
No, not at all.
But I don't know if you guys haven't checked out that
Everybody's worried
series.
Mostly about that one because the radiation was leaking directly into the ocean, and everybody.
Well, now they're just fucking dumping the radioactive coolant water in the Pacific.
And people are worried about that going into California and fucking California. Now they do find trace amounts of the radiation in Florida, but nobody's really noticed the difference.
Well, a lot of people get scared when they see radiation and stuff, but they don't realize that there's basically 3 factors determine how much of a radiation dose you get. How strong the radiation source is, how far away you are from it, and what you're wearing. And, and even the ground you're walking on now has a little bit of radiation coming out of it. The ground itself is naturally radioactive.
Well, every brick will set up a Geiger meter, a shipment of bricks and things like that. They have natural radiation in that.
But, would I walk into reactor room 4 in Chernobyl? Probably not. We
got people living in Chernobyl now.
Well, there was that new town or whatever. They just moved outside
they forced all the young people out and said the old people can stay. They're not going to take them out of there. But they had a whole village start popping up there.
Well, if you've seen the series, they freaking shoot this old lady's cow to try to get her to go out of because she's in the exclusion zone.
Yeah.
But she refuses to leave, so they just fucking shoot her cow and make her leave.
Radioactive milk, dude.
Hell yeah.
Radioactive beef.
Well, is this like snake venom where if you take little bits in at a time,
it's
you
good for
suddenly
you?
just, build an immunity?
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't actually build an immunity to radiation. You can have a cumulative effect.
Oh, so it's like mercury?
Yeah, it's like
That's
mercury.
boring.
So, those guys, if you watched the series or read anything about Chernobyl, the liquidators or whatever that had to run on the roof, like they got a lifetime dose of radiation in between 90 seconds and 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's like, if they got any more, their cancer risk just went up like orders of magnitude.
Oh, I believe it.
You know, that's a reason why we send older astronauts. That's why when we send, go back to the moon and go to Mars, we're probably going to send older astronauts because the cancer risk is higher. That's the reason why the Apollo astronauts were old. I mean, fuck, Neil Armstrong was 39 when he landed on the moon.
Are you saying that's old?
Well, old-ish.
Did you call him Daryl?
Daryl.
Daryl
Oil burner.
Oil burner!
Oil burner.
Oil burner!
Reason why the Apollo
We need to take to space. Oil burner.
Oil burner! Oil burner.
Oil burner.
Can you smoke meth in space?
We can try.
I don't know, one of
That's
the
some
first
heavy
shuttle
shit.
missions, when they finally certified the space shuttle, they sent, and they did this on the Skylab too, space station, they sent spiders up to do experiments on different drugs.
Mhm.
One was LSD, one was
Yeah.
cocaine, and one was marijuana. And the marijuana spider was the laziest one.
What kind of spiders
Marijuana.
were it?
I don't
Oh
remember.
god, that's fucking
I
terrifying.
heard that
Space
giving
spiders.
spiders marijuana really changes their web
Oh, yeah, it
patterns
does.
and shit like
Mhm.
that quite a bit.
They start making Rasta designs.
Peace symbols.
Looks like a tapestry.
It's like a tag.
Have to send the army in with belly clubs to
Yep,
take care
that's
of the
what I'm
problem.
saying.
They got fucking chips, like
Yeah.
potato chips in the web.
Last
Just
thing
a
we
bag
need-
stuck to the
last thing we
side.
need is goddamn hippie spiders.
Yeah. At least they won't bite as bad, man.
I won't eat you, Mr. Fly. Peace.
You just hear
Go
buffalo
spear fly for me,
spider.
bro.
Well, a lot of
Still on
people
hard
forget
times,
this too.
bro.
Speaking of Apollo 11's 50th anniversary, this year's the 50th anniversary of Woodstock.
And they're gonna do it again.
Far out.
Didn't
Dumbass.
the last time they do it, they had the rape numbers in that state like
Yes, but-
quadrupled from what their yearly numbers were.
Yeah,
in
because of
Albuquerque.
Limp Bizkit.
This next one is gonna be 10 times bigger than that one.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But
It's
we
gonna be,
blame
it's
Limp
just going to be
Bizkit.
Coachella, in a different venue.
Burning
like,
Man.
Coachella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, the Area 51 raid is
Bunch of
going to
fucking
be the new
celebrities,
Burning Man.
bunch of celebrities walking around like they're regular people in their $5,000 outfits that make them look like they're hobos. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Burning Man. I'm a firm believer that that's what
Oh,
the
Burning
Area
Man probably
51
done,
raid is
dude.
going to be. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they're
this
gonna
is-
redo it every year now.
Oh, so China's just a little bit more ahead. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, Burning Man, they're saying right now because of what they want to have all these rules and ordinances put into place, and if they don't do it, they're not getting the BLM has said you can't do the land anymore. You're not
Right.
gonna we're not going to let you use it. So
Well, and then
Burning
the
Man might
cities
be
have
over.
increased their arrests and shit around it. Like,
Yeah.
Did you guys
lately,
see that picture that was floating around that the International Space Station picked up a picture of Burning Man? They were setting it up or whatever in the middle of the
No.
fucking desert.
I did see the video of the guy running into the burning
Oh God.
Burning Man.
Yeah, type in Burning Man from space.
Getting ready to. Got hiccups.
But yeah, it's that picture right there.
This one?
Yep, and then the one that's the third one over. Yeah, that second one now. But yeah, that picture
You know,
I think was taken from the,
one,
ISS.
The one festival I want to go to is the Mad Max Road Warrior Festival.
Where's that at?
I think it's either in Nevada or California, and it's out in the desert, and everybody, one of the competitions is who builds their best Mad Max vehicle and shit. And
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Like, I want to go see that one.
I have
I
I'm sorry, bro.
You're good.
I have that
He has to be all.
and I have this.
Try to be professional.
But I don't have the things that go inside of that.
Aw.
All right. All right. All right.
So,
Intriguing.
Are we going to do a topic?
Yeah, I guess we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
move back
That's
to
what I'm
another
doing. You
topic.
get to pick a topic, bitch.
Oh!
I say we skip dick pics this week
You want to?
and just keep talking.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Word.
It's a good talky episode.
Pick a topic, bitch.
Try it.
You've got to be crafty.
I just thought that was a cool picture.
With the
you guys
camera.
liked. Yeah, that picture was taken from the International Space Station, 250 miles up.
Only 250 miles?
Mm-hmm.
How many miles is the moon from us?
239,000.
And so the space station is only a fraction
Oh, super.
of that up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Only 250 miles.
Yep. We've been stuck in low Earth orbit since 1972.
So what happens if it goes any lower?
Well, eventually that's
Gravity.
what is going to happen. So once they finally declare the station's completed its mission or whatever and abandon it, eventually,
pull down.
eventually because of atmospheric drag, there's still atmosphere even where it orbits. I mean, it's, you know, molecules that are meters apart from each other, but it's still
Over
enough
time.
to slow it down. And the space station loses about 1.5 miles of altitude per month. So they
Per
have to
month?
Yeah, they have to actually do what's called reboosts burns. And the shuttle used to do it, but now it takes basically every kind of, or everything that's docked to the station, even the station has thrusters on it to, yes, thrust, to boost it to a higher orbit. And they have to do, it's just part of the station keeping stuff. Like Hubble doesn't have that capability, and it's about double the altitude what the ISS is, but it will eventually fall back down into the ocean. And well, they're
Hopefully
aiming at,
Hopefully the ocean.
well, hopefully they're probably going to
Or
send
Fort
a,
Lauderdale.
well,
It'd be poetic.
Yeah.
so so it happens all the time in other countries, especially in China, because China don't fucking care, because, you know, communist
'Cause it's
bastards.
China.
Because it's fucking China. They drop rocket stages on villages
The
that
Florida
are
of
full
Asia.
yeah, the Florida of Asia. At least Florida's next to the ocean, and we just dump our rocket stages in the ocean.
Yes.
Or SpaceX, we bring them back. But they drop rocket stages on people, on villages and shit.
That'd be awesome
Oh,
to
you
see.
can totally look up video footage. They have video footage of these stages of freaking Chinese rockets crashing into villages and shit. China don't care.
Wow.
But,
China give no fuck.
yeah, China give no fuck. And,
Carb?
yeah, there's a carb on the side.
Oh, there it is.
You just have to be crafty, baby.
But the only time the United States has ever had space debris hit people was in 1979. Okay, so our space station Skylab was losing altitude because of atmospheric drag, and then they thought we'd have the space shuttle up and flying by then, but it didn't happen because of delays and stuff. 'Cause,
Right.
you know, NASA.
I don't
So
know
the-
NASA
the-
personally,
But no,
I've
you know,
heard.
but it's just the bureaucracy. So it came in, Skylab came in and actually crashed in Western Australia, and the town, I forget the town that it was named, but it actually fined NASA $500 for littering. NASA never paid the fine, and the debris killed a cow.
Aw, that poor cow.
They killed my cow.
Well, at least they didn't turn it inside out.
Oil burner.
Oh, burn it. Oh, burn it. I'm going to take some damned devil plant,
Yeah.
some kratom,
Who's Tom?
some kratom. So, yeah, what's your topic that you're going for?
Let's do my new kink.
My new kink. What is it about?
Male lingerie.
Oh, shit. I thought we were doing,
Oh, Christ.
oh,
That's
let me
the other
find
one.
this.
The movie
Dude,
dinner.
you know what's fucked up? So, I don't know if you get those ads on like Facebook or shit for Wish.com. It's like the fucking Chinese knockoff to Amazon.
Dude,
Yeah.
all the shit. Sounding equipment.
Mail
they
on
It's
Send
suck.
super
that.
cheap, and you can
What?
fucking
Yeah.
get it way cheaper, but the catch is you have to
Mail
literally
on.
wait fucking 2 weeks to get
Dude,
it.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
male lingerie is coming out as classy as fucking
Some of the-
leopard skin fucking underwear,
Some of the
man.
fucking ads on Wish.com and like my Facebook
They have
ads
oil
are
burners.
fucking, yeah, oil burners and fucking male lingerie. They fucking look like wrestling slinglets.
Yeah.
Dude, they know what you want.
They've been
First.
doing the poppies, too. The opium poppies. That's been popping up on my Wish.
What about
You can buy
party
opium
bowl
poppies
straws?
from Wish.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
You can buy oil
Put it down
burners
in
from
the bag.
Wish.
They've got the fun, like, curvy ones.
Yeah.
Reload.
So, my new kink, we are talking about lingerie for men.
Oh, Jesus Christ, bring back the leopard
The-
skin underwear.
Actually exists. This one's a fishnet one, and check out the ass on that one.
Dude, that is totally a fucking wrestling sling on
It
the
looks
on
like
the
it.
right.
With lace, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre
fuck?
the Giant
Oh
totally
my
wore
God.
that.
What the hell's the bra for?
Isn't this just cross-dressing?
It's called a bro.
This isn't fucking
Just cross-dressing.
It's called a bra.
male lingerie.
A bra.
This is just cross-dressing. Look at
I don't
this.
think this is really trending. I think somebody's making some shit up. This has got to be a
They're
joke.
just fucking with everybody.
No way.
This guy wears panties daily.
Which
Bob
guy?
Drop of Scottsdale, Arizona.
On you.
I wear lingerie daily, always panties, and a bra maybe 3 or 4 times a week and nightly to bed. No boxers left in my knicker drawer.
So men are just done trying to pick up women.
Yeah, they're just trying to show off their gross little bulges. This is not male lingerie. This is dudes and female lingerie.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
Dude,
you
after
couldn't-
my ex-girlfriend, I can freaking be done with women. Oh my god.
Did you keep her lingerie though?
No.
Maybe they've just been hurt and they're like, well, this was comfy. They left it here. You could see his nipples.
Nippers. Nerps.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
gonna get flagged for sharing this.
I'm alright on that.
So yeah, this is a freaky thing.
Google.
Like,
I'm good for it.
Cool.
it's weird.
Yeah,
It's fucking weird.
it is fucking weird.
I mean, cross-dressing, you do what you want.
Yeah.
But to advertise
label it.
yeah, to advertise it as lingerie for men, and it's
And that's-
obviously
we-
female
It
lingerie.
needs
that's
to be
bullshit.
monks.
And men already had lingerie, as I said. It's leopard skin underwear. That's it.
Yeah.
Quagmire.
Like all male things, one thing is good enough. We don't need variety.
Dude, I had silk boxers.
If it's not broke, why fix
Me
it?
too.
All that shit goes into play here. That was just wrong.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. You know, do your own thing if it doesn't hurt anyone or yourself. You know, totally do your thing.
Unless doing your thing is hurting people.
But we have to enable people to be doing
Yes,
those things.
exactly.
Like, there's no reason for somebody to spend money to put something like that on the market. So, if you want to go sew your own little pantyhose and go wear them, fine. But I don't
Don't
think
market
people
it.
should be making money off of that.
No, I mean, it's just female lingerie. That's all it is.
Well, you can even friggin' advertise for it, but know your audience. You know your audience and directly advertise towards that. You know, it's like I said, I don't want to fucking see that on my Facebook feed.
And Wish.
And wish
You're
that-
gonna now.
Yeah,
It's
you
gonna
know.
pop up like the plague.
Because you know they're fucking listening to us right now.
Oh, yeah,
They're
they are.
fucking data mining.
We give them a lot of data.
Artificial intelligence going, what? I thought this was going to be a great marketing idea. I'm getting negative feedback when I'm spying on people.
So when you have a Chinese company, though, like Wish or Alibaba, using their data mining in conjunction with ours here, you're going to get some weird mix-ups. I mean, culturally, there's a big difference. I mean, China, they've said that men and women are starting to just become
The
like
same.
non-sexual, not asexual, but they're
Just they don't care.
Yeah, they're
They don't
not
wanna have-
fucking anymore. They're just virtual.
Well,
You
seriously, it's going to be kind of the way it is when men outnumber women like 15 to 1 in
Yeah.
the entire country.
Yeah.
Like they've been keeping rebellions under control by promising young men that when they conquer America, they will all have compliant, wonderful women, American wives, in order to keep these men from rioting in their early 20s
Yeah.
and shit, because they can't get it.
Well, yeah, it's because of China's whole one child policy and everyone
Everyone
wanting
wants a
males
boy.
too. Yeah, everyone wants a boy.
Like, you have mothers out in a square with photos of their daughters shopping for husbands. You got to have a bank account, car, good job, good everything, or have the prospects of going to America. You're not getting a wife in China.
It's true. China wife.
China wife.
I like China wives.
I do
Test out.
too.
What were we? Oh yeah, my other new kink.
Yes.
What is this?
So a movie theater in Sweden is allowing you to watch movies while relaxing in double beds.
Look at
To the
that.
porn theater?
It seems like
It
like,
could be.
There's going
I
to be a
mean,
lot of
that-
fucking.
Yeah.
I see more of a reason for that in the porn theater, I'm just saying.
Yeah, right?
Dude, no.
People are going
No.
to fall asleep during their movies.
No, dude, that totally leaves it open for people to totally fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
they're gonna
what's
think
for?
they're
It's
gonna
supposed to
think
be.
that instead of that little half thing that only covers your heads, is gonna cover everything. And-
They're not
and
like
everything's
they're
gonna
not
be
like the
covered in
seats where
jizz.
Yeah.
those were not like the seats where one person can sit down on the pad at a time. Those were double-sided beds. Obviously, they're meant for people banging.
Yeah. And for the people above you to have the best seats in the
Okay,
house.
maybe it might work in Sweden, but that would not work in the United
Oh, they're
States.
going to bang. It's going to be an orgy. No one's going to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be fingering everybody.
finger bang every day.
Bang, 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 bang.
So yeah, I mean that's something I think about. Like, I mean, we used to go to the theater to fuck
Yeah.
when we were younger, you know, and now. But
Did those ushers do you wrong, Dougie?
they did me right,
Dude,
actually.
I used to work at a movie theater. I know. You know, like, one of my horror stories was finding freaking not one, not two, but 3 used condoms in a movie theater once.
In the same theater, in the same spot?
Yeah, and they were in 3 different locations.
And it was right after a showing of a Disney movie.
Was it 50 Shades of
It
Grey?
was actually Ice Age.
Perfect.
Whoa. That sloth is pretty sexy, though.
Yeah. John
I'm
Lake was almost
Yeah.
gets
I
me
used to
going.
like Ice Age.
And you know how many cups and bottles of piss I've had to take out of the theater
I'm
because
sure.
people fucking are too lazy to get out and go to the
Well,
bathroom?
come
Wait,
on,
you can do
Endgame.
that?
Endgame.
Yeah, it was a long movie, The Last
Come on,
Jedi.
3 fucking hours. Nobody's
They
holding
had
on.
articles to say when the slow part of Endgame was to go to the bathroom.
Well, honestly, watching
rather just be in
Endgame,
a
it could
cup.
have been really at any time. You didn't really
Yeah,
miss much.
It was all the slow point of Endgame.
Well, yeah, I mean,
We would fill this up. I mean, the theater there, they say they do change the bed sheets every screening, which they're already doing better than Motel 6.
Yep.
But they also, the tickets for the VIP bed theater run about $49 in Swiss francs, which is about
exactly
$49 in
$49
the U.S. per person. Though a bit pricey for sure, the ticket includes unlimited soft drinks and snacks like popcorn, ice cream, nachos, and M&Ms. They can also, guests can arrive 30 minutes early to maximize their snack
I
and
never wanted to be 30 minutes early for a movie.
you don't want to now because now
It's
there's fucking like
commercials.
8 fucking previews and fucking all their own shit before a
Yeah,
movie.
like local commercials on a loop for 30 minutes. I'm not
yeah.
even buying a fucking house. Why do I have to watch a commercial about it 18 times?
I know, I can only deal with so much Maria Menounos.
Yeah, Maria Menounos.
Yeah. She does most of the
I
ones
like
that,
it though.
the
If you go to
Metros.
the different theaters, it's still her, but it's a different company
Company,
that does
yeah.
the advertising.
So they have a balcony for, like, the real,
Pervs.
the real pervs. But look at this theater. I mean, it's got crazy seating and shit.
Well, like the Lyric before they moved. In their old one, they used to have couches people
Yeah.
would lay down on.
Yeah.
They still do in their new place.
Yeah.
But it's not full-blown beds, you know?
I would have to say Europe tried going down the weird road a long time ago, or decided to bank their, money on going down the weird road a long time ago, and fuck it, it serves a purpose.
Joey Warren says, Squirrel finally got the nut, and you gotta have your foreplay time.
Oh, yeah.
Chat's
working.
Chat's working?
Fine.
You know,
working.
and that's
Fucking A.
that's in Switzerland.
This is in Switzerland, yeah.
I want to help those guys out and release a meth gator into their theater.
Yes.
No, like if you guys actually did want to
Let's just
bang
make
in a
it-
theater with your wife or whatever
Or each
partner,
other.
yeah, or each other, like I would be totally down with a theater idea, where like if it was just like you guys in like a couple or whatever in their own like private cinema where it was 100% enclosed. Like it's like in Japan they have those fucking hotels where like it's not like a room, it's kind of like a tube you live in. But do that with like cubicles, but with movie theater, like small movie theaters. So like if like you and your
It's like you just
wife
have a
or your
50
partner-
inch, but it's actually just hanging right above you, so it
Yeah.
looks like you're in a fucking theater.
Yeah. And like you can, instead of picking your movie like before you buy your ticket, you just buy a ticket, and when you're in the theater, you can select your movie. You know,
That's
and
the
you can also
future.
get freaky too if you want it. A freaky movie.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, it's not, as ideas go, it's not the worst I've ever heard. The worst I've ever heard is the Japanese automated meal thing. That, like, it's all TV dinners,
Oh,
and they all fucking, it's like all automated now. You just, like, they don't have, their restaurants, you're just fucking buying, like, TV
Well-
dinners at restaurants and shit. That, you know, a little robot, like, puts into a microwave, heats it up for you, puts it on the tray, and slides it out to you.
Well, they have
There's
that
no
AI
service, no
ran.
cooks, no nothing. It's just a building with a fucking computer. Like you
yeah.
put your credit card in and it slides out. You know, vending machine status.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a lot of places are moving to, especially like in fast food and stuff, is automation.
Yeah.
like, I bet you within the next 10, 15 years, probably sooner than that,
Well, if they pass
McDonald's
$15
restaurants-
minimum wages next
Hi,
year.
Christine.
you know, but back to the movie theater thing. Do you know why theaters are doing these weird ideas like beds in a theater, or like expanding their like food menus to make it like a more restaurant experience?
It's the only
It's
reason people go to theaters for the popcorn.
Like, no one can afford to go to the movies anymore, and so
They have to
a
make
lot
it
of people
experience.
they have to make it a quote unquote experience now. You know, because. A lot of people turn to pirating to get new movies
I
now,
got a friend that does that all the time.
you know, or a lot of people
I know,
just wait
but-
until it gets out on Redbox or, you know, Netflix or whatever.
Right.
It's only because I'm computer illiterate. Like,
I think if you just threw in a blowjob,
Yeah.
I'd buy a ticket.
always.
You know those 16-year-old ushers, it's their first job, make them bite the bullet.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of like those theaters that they have in porno shops.
So,
Yep, the boots.
You can call the theater
Jizz
Epstein
mopper. You have to be
Theater.
the jizz mopper.
I like it. And then, like, Paul Rubin would be the poster child of it.
Clinton got his own booth.
Yes.
Trump would have his own
With
booth,
bottle
too.
service and cigars. If you know what I mean. So I'm picking wild
Oh, I
card.
read this story. This was fucking crazy.
Wild card bitches is the topic we're going into. This is fucking nuts. This dude was caught in Oklahoma with a sidekick driving a stolen car with radioactive uranium, a rattlesnake, whiskey, and a handgun in the car. He looks exactly like you just pictured him looking.
Jesus Christ!
Right.
That's
How
the
the
starting
fuck
of a
do you
Quentin
get
Tarantino
uranium?
movie.
He said that he got the uranium as a sample when he bought a Geiger counter to test metals.
So how big was the sample of uranium?
It was under the legal limit of what you're allowed to carry.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know there
There's
was
a
a
legal-
legal
yeah.
limit.
Well, because there's a lot of geologists. They go to like trade shows and like
Yeah.
chem shows and stuff, and a lot of samples. I actually talked to the Ames geologist about this, and a lot of those samples, especially the rarer ones, have a lot of uranium in it. Like the ones that like fucking glow in the dark and shit. All of those have a higher content of
Well, glass
natural
and stuff
uranium.
does.
No, the guy's obviously a badass for the rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But
They euthanized the snake,
ah,
what
which
the fuck
is
did
sad.
he do?
Nothing. He joked with the cops, though, that he had the uranium and the snake because he was trying to make a super snake. That's what he
A
joked
radioactive
with the cops
snake.
and said, yeah. So yeah, this guy, I mean, they ended up getting arrested because obviously the vehicle was stolen. He was driving without a current license.
Open container.
He wasn't arrested for the radioactive uranium, the rattlesnake, either. His associate, his girlfriend, was arrested because she's a felon and was in possession of a firearm. They say that they were not under the influence during this, which is hard to believe in Oklahoma.
yeah. Either meth or alcohol out there.
Yeah.
Well, I could see having that whiskey on hand in case that snake bit me. I'm gonna want to drink something.
Just bonk it on the head with a bottle.
Oh no, I'm gonna chug that shit.
Do both. You bonk
Right.
it and then drink.
Something's gonna make that snake bite go down easy, and that's gonna be that whiskey.
You don't rub the uranium on it.
I've never tried, but shit, once that snake bite really starts affecting me, I might.
Yeah, right?
I find it hilarious that he had all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had
I
a
could-
timber rattlesnake.
Dude, that sounds like the opening to a Quentin Tarantino movie.
It does. It does. He looks like an opening of a...
Quentin Tarantino
Yeah.
movie. I gotta call Quentin Tarantino.
So let's see what this... Joey says, Japanese also have vending machines that you can buy used schoolgirl panties. His girlfriend too, yet weed is illegal. Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Japan has some weird shit, man. Like, I don't think you could get to just a people that said, you know what, everything that's crazy in the fucking world, that's gonna be our culture.
Yeah. I agree.
But they're
Japanese.
very
Turning
reserved on the
Japanese,
surface.
turning
Like, you
Japanese.
scratch a little underneath that surface, though, and you're in a whole world of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They're like,
Nuts.
well, they're worried about like the population is getting older in Japan, like
And
because
no-
younger people are not fucking. They're doing all the VR stuff, and like the VR sex and stuff.
This
Well,
guy
shit, once
looks
they start
some-
bringing out sex androids, dude, breeding is over.
Dude, we're gonna get like Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminators, but like sex Terminators.
Sexinators.
It's gonna try to be like it was in that Terminator 3, which I guess James Cameron's like that. We're just gonna forget about those. But that one, the female Terminator.
Stana Loken. Have you seen the Tenacious D Apocalyptica YouTube series?
No, I have to check that out.
They find a Terminator that has a pussy, and Jack Black has sex with the Terminator. Yeah.
To save humanity.
I saw an
No.
HBO
Oh,
series
just have
with
sex
Jack
with
Black in it, but I never heard of before, and it only went one season because apparently like it was really popular, but HBO couldn't figure out how to fit into his time. But Jack Black is a stoner on a military base in Pakistan, and Pakistan's ready to go to war with Israel.
Yes. Oh,
And
I know that
That
series.
shit was fucking hilarious, dude. You got this fighter pilot all flying around on a bunch of like drugs he can't remember which ones he took, and they're having to go fly into combat now. And he pukes all over his fucking windshield and shit,
Oh,
and
what
blows
is that
down
show?
a Indian drone. The
I'm
Brink.
looking this up.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
Oh,
what show
yeah.
you're talking about.
It's not bored to death.
No, it's the break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brink.
Brink.
The Brink. That's what it was
They're on
called.
the brink of
Brink.
nuclear war.
Yeah. Okay. This is fairly new, right?
Yeah, it
this
was only
fucking,
one
like,
season.
One season several
Like,
years ago,
yeah.
and like I just ran across on HBO Go one day, and I was like, Jack Black's in a series? Have to check that out.
And then it was over.
What schedule does he have?
Not that much.
HBO schedule, man. HBO couldn't figure out where to put it in the lineup, so they just came. they
Oh,
just scrapped
right,
it.
right. They do that a lot, though. They get these shows that
Well,
last
like
a
for every
season.
like one good show that lasts a couple of seasons, like Game of Thrones or stuff, there's like 10 or 12 that only last maybe one or
Yeah.
two.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised
And
High
even
Maintenance
more than that,
has
that never go
lasted
past
how
their
long it
pilots.
has.
Right.
I mean, High Maintenance has got to be on the third season or something now, and that's a weird fucking show. Have you watched it?
All right, I have to bring it up more. It's this with HBO Go. So remember, like when they first released like HBO Go, or now or whatever it's called, depending on what you have. They're like, it'll have everything HBO's ever come out with. They were lying.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
few shows that they didn't release was called. It was the miniseries that came out for the 25th anniversary of the moon landing. It was called From the Earth to the Moon. It actually just got released yesterday. They re-released it. They HD'd it and stuff.
Right.
They remastered it. That's why it wasn't on
They
there.
took off all the fun stuff like Taxi Cab Confessions
That sucks.
and Real
Dude,
Sex.
those
and-
guys were those taxi cab confessions were just some of those were fucking crazy.
Right.
Do they still got that taxi cab game show?
Oh, Cash Cab?
Yeah.
No,
I
don't
think they're
so.
bringing it back
Yeah.
though.
I like that show.
They
I
should-
always like wanting to get into a cab in New York. It was like the only reason I was going to go to New York is to get into
To
a
get out
bunch
the
of cabs.
cash
to get out
cab.
of
Get into a
cash
cab and be like, "Are you gonna
Like,
quiz
I'd
me?"
be pretty
No.
good at this show. I bet I can make it all the way to my destination and have some cash.
Yeah.
Joey says Jack Black wakes up at the crack of noon and does a cock push-up,
Yep.
and that this is a weird show. LOL. That's probably true.
Yeah.
We're not on HBO though.
It wouldn't take us.
Yeah, we're on Facefuck Live.
Facebook Watch Live. Or whatever it's
So
called.
yeah, we didn't get to cover this last week because we weren't on the air,
Mhm.
but firefighters had to fight a wicked fire at Jim Beam's warehouse that broke out. Of 45,000 barrels of bourbon burned up.
Oh my God.
That's going to increase the cost of Jim Beam, I'm guessing,
Mm-hmm.
tremendously.
Well, it's because reserves are gone now.
And
Yeah.
a bunch of good fish got to die on that Jim Beam.
Yeah, because it
Lucky
all
damn
got leaked
fish.
into the fucking river right beside it. All the ash and bourbon. They said it burned for hours because obviously it's liquor
Yep.
burning up. But they also said, I read in another article that it wasn't just Jim Beam. It was some of the Booker series, and the Booker reserves can go up to 1,000 plus a bottle.
Oh yeah.
I mean, shit, at the whiskey the other day we had one, it was $75 a pour.
Holy shit.
Wow.
So one shot was $75.
Yeah.
Well, if they had good insurance, but it's Jim Beam, so I'm pretty sure they had good insurance.
Yeah. I'm sure they did.
That's like, what, several tens of millions, if not...
Oh, it's gotta be, because those barrels are pretty good size
And
anyway.
then Jim Beam or Jack Daniels, their distillery's actually in a dry county.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that this was put on, this fire was started by a rival?
Or maybe
well, it
by
says
Jim
lightning
Beam.
right there.
Oh, damn.
It says lightning right there on the story.
Oh,
Fake
fuck you,
lightning.
Kevin, for being logical.
If
Sorry.
I put a lightning rod on the top of my warehouse of bourbon, and the lightning strikes my lightning rod and sets my bourbon on fire, do you think the insurance company could weasel out of paying for it?
Probably.
Dude,
I mean, it's a
insurance
natural-
companies try to weasel out of paying for anything.
Yeah.
I know that personal experience.
Maybe
not
Jim
too
Beam
long
was having
ago.
hard times. Put a couple of steel beams up on top, top of that building. Make sure that, you know,
If you like smoky
increase
bourbon,
the odds.
Watch, they'll try to bottle some of it, and it'll
I'm
be
sure
like
they
a
will.
super
Just
special
ash.
reserve.
This was the one bottle barrel that survived the fire.
Well, I mean,
Sometimes they get a lot of bottles out of one barrel.
was it, yeah, Jim Beam does it. Where they do they have that devil's cut
Oh yeah,
version where they squeeze it out of the barrel.
yeah, it's gross.
No, it's not a good.
No, it's fucking gross.
Oh.
Tastes like
Yeah,
barrel.
I've had it once.
It's not good.
Once.
Yeah, once. Might as well drink Fireball.
Ugh.
I never was a big fan of Jim Beam, but anytime I see a bunch of bourbon go up in flames, it's a shame because there are people like their
Dude,
bourbon.
We've definitely drank our share of Jim Beam together, though.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of
I didn't-
Evan Williams.
I didn't
The
say I
bourbon and the
wouldn't
whiskey.
drink it.
Right. A lot of Evan
Nice.
Williams.
Christ, man, I'm drinking McCormick's. Like,
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
McCormick's whiskey, it's just caramel vodka,
oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know,
Carstairs.
my dad
Thankful,
used to
Manchester.
own stock in some Scottish Scotch company, and when we sold the stock, when he passed away, they sent us a bottle and like, sorry for your loss, and we drank. It was the smoothest fucking Scotch I've ever had in my life. And I looked up how much the bottle was. This was back in 2010, but it was It was like $250.
Yeah.
About. I was like, damn.
Well, yeah, I definitely watched somebody buy a $1,200 bottle of whiskey the other day at the fucking whiskey. And that was at a discount.
Damn.
That's intense.
Nice.
You can only imagine who that was.
I had a roommate.
See?
Yeah.
I had a roommate who worked at a liquor store. He used to steal $100, $300 bottles of whiskey all the time.
It's true.
As I drank the best liquor when he was working at the liquor store.
He could get away with it. McCormick's gut rot, more like it. That's true.
Yep, definitely.
What's the next story on this, bitch?
It is about a family member punching a man found guilty in the death of a 3-month-old. And in Princeton, Indiana, a man was sentenced for the death of his 3-month-old son. He was attacked in the courtroom by the child's uncle. And we have
I'm guessing they're saying it that way because it was the mother's brother. Or you normally would say
yeah,
he
you'd
was
say his
attacked
man's
by
brother.
his brother.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm guessing, yeah. And that dude,
Oh, we get
that dude looked like he could lay a punch.
Yeah.
Oh, he got him good. I'm trying to get the video to load. Oh, this isn't the video. Alright, I'm gonna pull
Oh,
it
that
up
sucks.
on the group.
Someone drives into a lake. Not the first time. Probably an old person.
Following the GPS instructions.
I'm gonna find it in the group.
That's the
real
only thing
quick.
that terrifies me about automated cars, man. They run off the same thing as the GPS for right now. They're talking about new things to do that possibly makes that a lot better, like, you know, mapping pipelines and things like that and that crisscross the United States and underground wires and utilities and shit like that, and then having sonar actually on the bottom of the car that lets it know this road position based off of those markers.
That's cool.
Man, yeah, they're working on it. But I'm pretty sure even with self-drive cars, you'll still, as the driver, have to have some capability to
Now, why the
override
hell
it.
would I want it? If I have to sit there and pretend I'm driving for 2 hours, I might as well be driving for 2
have you
hours.
seen those idiots? Have you seen those idiots, mainly in California, that are driving their Teslas around on enhanced autopilot, which is not self-drive? Tesla flat out says that enhanced autopilot is not self-drive. It's a completely different technology, but people are falling asleep in traffic, and they just let autopilot drive the car, which is a huge no-no. It's so much so that police departments actually have a technique now. They have to practice driving in their patrol vehicles to actually stop a car or a Tesla that the driver's asleep at the wheel and the autopilot's on. They actually have to practice techniques, how to actually make the autopilot pull over and stuff.
I'm trying to find it.
You would think just stopping in front of it would do it. Cause,
right.
You know, it's supposed to stop when it senses it coming too close to something.
Yeah, but you don't want it to slam on the brakes on the highway.
Do you think it would have like a sensor for sirens?
I think it'd wake that fool up.
Well,
Yeah,
you're supposed to have your wheel on the, or your hand on the wheel at steering at all times, and then if autopilot on Teslas don't recognize your hand on the steering wheel, it will actually start beeping at you. And then if you still don't respond, then it's designed to actually pull the vehicle over in what they call sentry mode.
Watch it. Boom!
Anyway,
Boom!
yeah. I mean, I understand where this guy's coming from, you know, but there's a reason why we have a court system, even though how flawed it is.
Hey, I agree 100%. I work as a paralegal. I'm all about the rule of law and not taking justice in your own hands. However, I also got to say this. If you're willing to pay the consequences for whatever you did, and you're not going to weasel out of it, I mean, you just socked a dude in a courtroom, you're probably going to jail for the next 18 months.
You think 18 months?
Shit, you're assaulting somebody in a
and
courtroom.
you're probably going to be held in contempt of court too.
You're probably doing 18 months.
Well, it was when that freaking.
If you think it's worth it, I'm going to tell you no.
Well, it was when that freaking doctor from Michigan State was found guilty of molesting all them gymnasts and female athletes and shit.
He got attacked.
He got attacked in the courtroom too. Not just once. It was more than once.
Yeah. By fathers.
Yeah.
No shit.
No offense. I mean, I'm an uncle, so I have 2 nieces, and if I found out anyone was, fucking murdered them, fucking raped them, molested them, oh yeah, they're getting the fucking shit kicked out of them.
Did you hear about that guy that carjacked with a fucking car with a kid in the back of it, and the dad and a fucking group of people fucking ran up, pulled him out of the car, and beat him to death?
Yeah, in Philadelphia.
Like,
Joey Warren says that happened here in Nashville. Some dumb fuck thought the Tesla was going to do everything. Dumb fucking cunt.
Yeah. Friggin' autopilot is not designed as self-drive. That's a completely different technology.
Even Cadillac just released a self-drive car, but it says very specifically this is only allowed on specific low-flow highways, and that's it. Like, you can't take it in town. You can't take it,
what enhanced autopilot's actually supposed to do, if used correctly, is actually help you drive. Like, a lot of the newer cars now have, like, forward collision and all that stuff. Automatic braking and stuff like that. Autopilot is an enhanced version of those technologies. And it will even do, like, a lane assist and all that stuff. So, like, it will help you basically help you drive if it's used correctly. But it is not a self-drive.
Okay, 10, 15 more years and there will be no more driving.
Well, I mean, eventually, you're still going to have cars, because people still won't be able to afford them.
Oh,
even the used market.
It's not going to be people buying them, man. That's not what they're setting this up for. What's going to end up being is Ford's going to own a fleet of vehicles that come and pick you up and drop you off.
Yeah, it's
and
like
be recalled right away.
Yeah, it's all going to be basically taxi. That's how everybody's going to get around. You'll have big ones, you'll have little ones, but nobody's going to be driving in the future. If it's going to start by the insurance company saying, okay, you want to drive your own car, that's fine.
Imagine
$1 million
the road
a year
rage.
for your insurance, and we'll cover you. Other than that,
autonomous road rage.
But
then they'll just phase it completely. Insurance companies
my brother takes a 90-minute drive to get to his job down in South Denver. Do you know how much faster he would get home if all the cars like on the road communicated with each other instead of
That'd be perfect.
instead of what
Road
we have
jams
now.
happen because the fucking car in the front brakes, the car behind him brakes a little bit harder, the car behind him brakes
and
a
it's
little
just
bit
a
harder until
cascading
it backs
effect.
up the whole shit.
Or you have that
You're
one
coming to a
idiot.
stop.
You have that one
Yeah.
idiot on I-25 that always swerves in and out between all the different traffic, slowing everyone behind him down. But if all the cars were communicating with each other with like self-drive technology, traffic would actually flow faster. That's the catch.
Downside, whoever's controlling those cars now controls all people's movement from between cities, between, you know,
It's like
areas.
Skynet,
Like
a version of Skynet.
there's that much more that you're being tracked by somebody.
They've already got vehicles that have like the kill switches in them. That
Right.
If you don't pay your bill on time. and
Mine
shit,
had, my
they-
Prius had that.
most-
Yes, I drive a
If
Prius.
it has
Yes, he
OnStar on
does.
it, it typically pretty much
I
has that
actually
because
really-
OnStar has the ability to kill your car in case it's stolen.
And like
Yeah.
when they put that thing on, I said, when I pay my vehicle off, I want this. I'm going to drive it back down here, and I want this taken off my vehicle just in case there's a a mistake and you kill my car because you think I didn't make a payment even though it's paid off. They're like, oh no, we'll just make sure it's disabled. No, I said I want it physically fucking removed off my car.
People wonder why I
Did
won't
they?
ever buy
Yeah.
a biometric gun. I'm not going to have a gun that possibly somebody can hack into and render useless.
Yeah.
No. There will be no higher technology on my gun. Its mechanics work just fine.
Yeah.
It's
That's
basic
scary.
mechanics. I mean, the reality. Well, shit. Should we do some Deadpool?
Let's do it.
Some celebrity
Deadpool,
Deadpool.
so we can get.
Oh, I was
Mike
gonna
outta
pick
here?
Judge Paul
Thank you.
Stevens. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
You wouldn't have gotten much.
I know.
We are checking the records. There were a couple episodes that didn't get added for some reason. I am pretty sure on one of those episodes I guessed Rip Torn. So we'll find out and see if I actually if I got some points there. Until then, Josh is still in the fucking lead.
Yeah.
Because he guessed Beth Chapman.
The day before she
Oh yeah,
died.
Beth
Day
Chapman.
I mean, we knew she was gonna die, so he had that given
Well, I
to
saw
him,
that
but-
on Twitter.
Yeah.
I saw that on Twitter that she was in a coma and probably not going to recover. And I'm like, dude, she's going to be dead within a day and a half.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's pretty much what happened was the next day.
Yeah. She was with God, bruh.
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 So anyways,
Well, that Pluto
New
TV has a
rules.
24/7 Dog the Bounty Hunter channel.
there are new rules since you guys were on last.
Okay.
We've got a point system now. It is 100 minus their age. So if they're 50, you get 50 points. If they're 99, you get 1 point. You can guess how they will die. But if you guess and they don't die that way, if they die and they don't die the way you guessed, you lose points. If they die the way you guessed, you get points. You will also get bonus points if they die from a murder, a suicide, or a drug overdose. And we are allowing the first 5 guesses, or first 5 people to guess one person. So if we'll just type it up, and the first, like, if 5 people had guessed Beth Chapman, they would all get those points.
Okay.
Because we're trying to up the game a little bit. But we only have 1 score this season, maybe 2. Just got to go check those couple episodes that were
Wasn't it last
forgot.
season or the
Long
last
shot.
time I was on, I got John McCain?
I think so.
I know because it was on my Facebook feed and everyone's like, why are you happy that John McCain died? I was like, no, I'm not happy that
Playing
he
the
died. I
goddamn
picked him in the
odds.
game.
Playing the
I'm
goddamn
not happy
odds,
that
man.
he died.
But I'm happy I got points.
I was pretty happy that Beth Chapman died. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
But mainly for the points.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So yeah, feel free in the audience to join in on this.
so I got
You
one.
can guess.
I got
Josh
one.
looks like Charlie
100
Day with a
points.
pedophile mustache. You're not wrong
Yeah.
on that, Joey. You're not wrong at all. You're not wrong. So who wants to go first?
I will go first.
All right.
And I'm
what
going
you
to go
got?
with a huge one because it's kind of been in the news lately. I don't know if you consider him a celebrity, so I will leave it to host discretion. But Jeffrey Epstein. the billionaire guy that just got
I'd
caught.
consider-
He's media celebrity. Most people who watch the TV know his name.
I mean, for obviously bad reasons, but I think he's going to be found dead in his jail cell, and they're going to say it's a quote unquote suicide.
Yeah.
so government assassination. There's
politician,
got to be
yeah.
some bonus points for that.
So you want to put government assassination as a guess, or?
Well, no,
And-
put
and-
suicide in quotes.
Yeah.
Any unexpected death we can consider a government assassination in this case.
I like that.
Because you know, right before that he spilled the beans, something's going to happen to him.
Oh yeah. You get one more guess.
One more, huh?
We can come back if you want.
Yeah, come back.
Who wants to go next? You?
So I get 100 points minus their age.
Well, it's 100 minus their age is
Yeah.
how the points are figured out. So
I'm going to
if they're
maximize
50
here. I'm going to go Baby Archie.
Who?
Baby Archie, the royal baby.
Oh!
He's going to die of sudden infant death.
Since,
Whoa,
even though he has
good one.
24/7 care watching him.
We don't know what happens with SIDS. We don't know if something can be prevented. He might just roll over and die.
Good point. What's your
Yeah.
second one?
Second one. Has anyone put Bernie Sanders on there yet?
I think so, but we can have multiple people guess.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a heart attack before the end of the year.
Heart attack.
Who wants to go next?
Owen Wilson
Owen Wilson.
and Will Smith.
His parents just aren't going to understand.
All right, I want to do
Summertime.
Belle Delphine.
Belle Delphine.
Yeah, she is.
She's the bathwater chick?
Yep, she's the Instagram model selling her bathwater. She is going to get murdered on Instagram.
Instagram influencers.
Well,
Yeah.
so an Instagram influencer was killed this week, and her picture's posted up
Yeah.
by the killer. And then he,
Dude, he
while
sent the
surrounded by the
pictures to
cops,
his
tried
mom,
to
that
yep.
chick's mom.
Yeah, he tried to slit his throat, and then took a picture of it and posted
This
it.
is like peace him out selfie.
Well, he
How-
examined
how's
the
she
bottle of fucking water
uh,
he bought and
murdered on Instagram.
concluded that there was no human body ever in it, and it wasn't her bathwater.
Yeah, they proved they showed that there was no DNA in that bathwater.
Yeah.
Just
Now he's
parts.
going to kill.
Yeah.
That's a
All the
horror
people who
movie
bought-
ready to happen.
And my next one is Jaden Smith.
What you get for ruining Karate Kid? It's your kung fu.
Yeah, I'm just leaving that blank.
Nah, Hillary Swank ruined Karate Kid with the next Karate Kid.
Do you
So
have
it's
that
still
second one?
karate.
No, I
Hillary
still don't
Swank?
have one. No.
We said celebrities.
Go with the original, Elizabeth Shue.
Nah.
Who didn't have
Whoa.
a crush on Elizabeth
God
Shue?
damn it! I
Karate
have
Kid.
another. Shit, that is a
True.
great one.
What?
Candle Shoot chick. Silence of the Lambs chick.
Oh, Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Her admirer, from what I understand, just got released from the insane asylum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking dude that tried to assassinate Reagan to
Yeah.
impress her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy.
He's fit for society.
I mean, I believe in rehabilitation, and you can be released into society, but some people,
I'm gonna guess
I would say you
Lil
attempt to
Wayne.
assassinate a world, world leader. You should probably not be released.
Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne.
And
Oh, I have one now since you brought up Lil Wayne. Who's that? Who's that guy that just came out? He's like the black country singer, rap
Nas?
guy.
Lil
Lil
Nas
Nas.
X.
Lil Nas X. He's gonna die too. Mysteriously, probably ruled a suicide.
On Old Town Road. Let's see. Lil Nas X, Kevin P, and who the fuck do I want to put on here next?
Any pregnant celebrities? I want to go for 100 points.
Michael Stipe.
pregnant celebrities.
If I go for 100 points, so because the baby has not yet been born in a miscarriage, it is 100%.
Well, I know the only, like, I think Blake Lively's pregnant with their 4th kid.
She's got a
Ryan
good
Reynolds?
track record, though.
Blake Lively.
Who messaged
That's why I said I wanted
She's
to be
bound to
Ryan
lose one
Reynolds.
after 4.
Thank you. Thank you,
God damn it,
Jesse.
Blake Lively's hot.
Let's see. No vaccinations. Rest in peace, baby Archie. Nate Cerny's in the house. Bianca. What's that? I don't know what that is. Oh, that was her name. He tried to decapitate her. I say Bill Clinton dead from a stroke. You can add one more, Joey Warren.
Yeah, Clinton might die of a stroke.
It's reasonable at his age.
I mean, you could also throw Trump in there, too.
Eh.
He
I don't-
is up there.
Plus, he doesn't
Trump's
eat
Trump's
healthy
worried
food.
like more than the Teflon Don, man. There's absolutely, I don't think he's worried about a damn thing Epstein did. Nothing touches that man.
No, but he touches.
Allegedly.
I will grab it by the pussy. Thank you, Jesse, for the fun podcast thing. Thank
Now, is
you.
the guy that started the Area 51 meme, is he considered a celebrity
Who
now?
started it?
This guy, Justin, I can't think of Justin's last name, but he runs a couple of groups. He runs a whole network of groups on Facebook called Dinos Don't Die in the Future that are awesome. And yeah,
I don't know, I
created
heard
as a joke, and then
I heard
boom.
CNN throwing around Russian bots, and I'm like, what?
Oh,
That's
of course.
just the #1 answer for everything. You can't explain it. Russian bots.
All right, what we got? What do we got? One more.
I heard it's gonna be like China.
You guys can get your guesses in while we say our goodbyes.
Oh, is it time to go?
Yeah, Mike's got to go do stuff because he's old.
It's closing time.
Well,
Come out this Saturday if you're in Fort Collins or Northern Colorado. Come out to Joke-Chella. There are 3 shows that night. I am on the late show, 9 p.m. It is rapid fire comedy. It's fucking awesome. Get those shows because they usually sell out. Tickets are $8 per show, or you can get a full 3-show pass for $15. It's at the Aggie Theater. Come out. Next Tuesday we have Eric Thompson and Bob Gaudette
Nice.
on. That'll be fun. The following Tuesday we have Cassie Jean and Kyle Pogue
Ooh.
coming and talking about Festival,
Nice.
which is a Weird Al festival that's always fun. So yeah, fucking A, thank you Kevin Pollock and Brian Vance for coming. We missed you guys.
Good to be back.
yeah.
Always
Wow.
come here.
It's fun.
And thank you guys for watching. You can get us every Tuesday right here on Facebook Live. And then you can watch us later on Facebook, YouTube, or listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, all of them. All of them.
We're
really.
everywhere.
We're everywhere. You can also get our really out-of-date website at notgovernedbyreason.com. The only thing that is up to date is the Deadpool. That is on there. Joey is throwing in George Bush Jr.
W, huh?
So
W.
let me put that in. He said stroke for
Billy.
Billy Clinton. What do you say for W?
I don't think anything.
Nope, he just said he's going to die this year.
Nope.
Well, thank you guys. Make sure you're safe and touch yourselves very violently. We love you guys. See you next Tuesday.
Yay!